inside their own base, not even needing a tower, not even needing a creep wave, and GG! Na'Vi will break the DreamLeague first and take for the first time ever their title.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 4 of the ASUS ROG DreamLeague. If you were hoping for James, this is not your lucky day. I'm still Bruno, and these are the amazing games we have today. First, we'll start with not Rockskis versus MYM, because that was last week. So we will start with Empire versus Fnatic. Now that's a good game. Then we will go with Cloud9 versus Empire. So we have a double header for Empire today. And we also have, at the end, Alliance versus Fnatic. So we have 2 Fnatic games, 2 Empire games, and we also get to see Alliance and Cloud9. This is actually going to be one of the most entertaining days for me. And of course, this all happens because we have some great sponsors featuring in this league, especially ASUS ROG, which you can follow at facebook.com/ROG Nordic, and Roccat, which you can follow at facebook.com/Roccat. We're going to have some competitions this week as well, but we'll talk about that later. First of all, I want to introduce my friends here. Guys, hello again. Welcome after this long weekend. How's it going?
It's been a pretty long weekend. But, you know, the exciting thing is we get to come back to arguably the best day of Dota, at least so far in the league. Many more to come, but I think that this is probably going to be the closest day.
Super fucking excited.
Yeah.
Empire twice. Let's see this.
Dude, this is like this is the day of my team. I really hope my players are actually in my fantasy league, because I have 2 players from Fnatic and 2 players from Empire playing today.
Wow. How are you, Lumi?
Pretty good.
How's your fantasy league? How's your weekend?
My weekend's better than my fantasy league.
Okay.
Yeah. In terms of the game quality, I like to see 3 C9 games. That's just me. But, we have to watch some other teams, so it's fine. Yeah.
It's only fair. Like, you have to share the...
I mean, they can only play 12 games. If we have 3 of them in the same day, it will be unfair for the other days.
We just have 3 of them every day.
Right. We should ASUS ROG Cloud9 League next season coming.
There you go.
Shane.
Hoping to see some fucking meepo today?
Yeah, that could
really
happen.
Hope so.
I
think it worked pretty well the first time they tried it.
It was support, though. Now, are we going to see support meepo again, or are we going to see like a carry meepo?
I want to see support meepo again. Because I think with the lifestealer thing, it works really well, because you can like jump around all over the place. So,
yeah. I mean, I guess we'll have to see. In fact, if you guys want to see some meepo or want to just like maybe tweet to us and say what you're thinking about the games, you just have to go to Twitter and go with #DHDreamLeague, and we'll be showing your tweets later. But before going to Twitters, because of course you have 2 minutes until you actually receive this message, we'll go with the question of the day today. And I know that you like Cloud9, but there's only one team in this league that has been unbeaten so far, and that's Team Empire. They've played 4 games, they're 4-0, they're playing 2 more games, they have the possibility of being 6-0. Now, can this team actually win everything today? Will they lose a match?
I think it's going to be their test day, right? Like, this is the day where if they're going to get a loss, I think it would potentially be today because they're playing against Fnatic and Cloud9, right? Back to back.
Yes.
So,
correct.
yeah, I think that there's a very good chance that they could get beaten today.
They actually dropped the game against NextKZ. I think is it
Really?
yesterday or the day before?
Isn't it named something else now?
Ahead.
It's not next.
Ahead?
Yeah, head gaming.
Ahead.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
they're NextKZ to me.
NextKZ.
Sorry,
Yeah, it was
sorry
like
guys.
3 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago, and so NextKZ is like what? Or Ahead is tier 2, tier 3 team.
They've been tier 2 for so long.
Yeah, exactly.
right?
So if that team could surprise Empire and beat them, wouldn't put it past Fnatic and Cloud9, who they aren't exactly the stable best team, but if they have a good day, they can be the best team. So
Yeah.
I think Empire is gonna have to work cut out for them.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that yesterday they played for the joint Dota League, and even though Fnatic had to call GG because they had to play a Star Ladder game, which they deemed slightly more important because it was like 10 times the amount of money in play, probably more. Actually, Fnatic was winning that game. And after calling GG, Empire said, you know what? We're going to forfeit that match because you were winning. It's unfair that because you had to go to play another game, a game that you were clearly winning, you'd lose. So they forfeited that match. They gave the win to Fnatic. So technically, another loss for Empire.
I heard
Seems super
Fnatic.
nice. Like, that's such a nice thing to do.
I heard Fnatic counter forfeited.
Really?
Did
yeah,
it?
Yeah, I'm not
What?
sure exactly the story.
But
They're
it's like, is
You
it?
can't counter forfeit a forfeit.
no,
No,
can't
I
triple
want to
stand a
lose,
double
guys.
stand,
No,
Louis.
it's fine. I
No,
want to
I
lose.
think the Fnatic manager said something like, "Oh, we weren't really in the lead, so I don't think we deserve this forfeit win, so we counter forfeit."
What is like the manner?
This is
like,
just
right
based on
now
Reddit.
between
I don't
these two
know.
teams?
Where does it end? Like, one team forfeits, the other one does.
Yeah.
No,
we
no, no.
forfeit.
I'm used to teams being like, no, you left, you get the loss, and then one team being like, okay, we don't want to take the loss because it puts us in a bad place in the league. No, wait, you take the loss. No, wait. It's like, no, okay, really, it's fine. Let us lose.
Let us lose. I don't know. I mean, I don't know anymore.
I'm lost, man.
I thought I knew, and now I don't know anymore. But anyways, yeah, Empire, pretty strong team. Shane, any predictions or anything about that so far?
I think Empire, judging by how they're doing, will still win both the first 2 games.
Fanboy.
Well, I do have Silent on my team, and he's...
Yeah, I have resolution and always want to fly. But then I also have no tail and era. So first game, doesn't matter who wins, I'm getting points, man.
Era's actually the highest earner, is he?
Yeah, so
right
far.
now, yeah.
So far, he's doing really,
my
really
boy.
well in the fantasy
He
league.
also played more games than anybody else because the team has played.
Yeah,
6
right,
games,
exactly,
So
yeah.
it's a skewed number.
Moot point.
We need to
Whatever,
do
man.
Who
averages.
gets the bye?
Why you
this
get to
week?
ran in my parade like that?
I'm against
Well, I mean, he's
Louis.
played 6 games.
I think.
so.
James gets the bye, I guess.
James.
No,
Yeah.
I'm playing.
You're playing me.
Am I?
Yeah.
I'm
It's
done.
on like
I'm
Donkey
done.
Kong.
I lost.
Yeah, for people who are asking about James, I mean, some people probably saw him. He was yesterday at the Diablo launch party.
That was a hologram, wasn't it?
Yeah, no. He was here. But yeah, he just came back from San Francisco and his schedule was all messed up. So yesterday he was working at like 10% energy, and then he perished, and we didn't hear of him anymore. So who knows if he's gonna come back ever? We hope he does. Get better, James.
I love the enthusiasm. Thumbs up, you're like, yeah, whatever. I guess it's all right if he's alive. Good.
He'll leave. Anyways, moving on a little bit, we will have some recap from what happened last week because we had some very, very good games, some remakes as well, some interesting stuff going on.
Just one remake, guys. Can we just?
Well, we had some remakes, like after the CM was done, also like
There was
Okay,
another one,
alright,
yeah.
there was
alright.
another one. So at least 2 remakes. But we'll not focus on that.
Of the
We'll
same
focus
game.
on the amazing plays, and we'll see them right now. Yeah, so we start with Rockskis versus MYM. That was that's the day 3. Of course, we're not going to show the entire week. But,
Why not?
Well, I mean, it would be a little bit too long, I think.
Yeah, you're probably right.
What's happening, Andy?
I don't know, man. A team picked Morphling, and then it was questionable from then on out. I can't bring myself to like that hero. And this is a game where Unicorn basically just like, I think single-handedly screwed the game for his
Yeah.
team. Because he suicided like 3 times in really important fights. Like, why would you waveform in there? Like, why?
Let's talk about something positive.
All right.
And this is the first game that we've seen Bristleback in the DreamLeague, and
This
he
is an-
became the unkillable Superman that he wants to be.
Sadoy, yeah.
Yeah.
What a player.
Was that an ultra kill at like 20
And like
minutes?
Lumi was talking this Bristleback up like the whole game. I have
Yeah.
to give him credit because at the beginning I was like, I don't know if this is going to work out. That well.
I didn't know either, and then suddenly, like, he lost his lane.
Yeah.
And then suddenly he just came out with the heart and was like, okay, nobody's killing him.
He's the space maker.
Yep. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if we actually have more highlights from the other 2 games. Now, I thought normally we have the 3 games. I'm
Maybe.
not sure. Maybe
Nobody
someone from
knows.
production will tell me. But in the meantime, that was like a very interesting day last time because it was from all the teams that were kind of down there. we had Rockskis, MYM, Team Liquid playing, and we see Sigma. And right now, Sigma and Liquid are not looking really, really well because none of them had managed to get any.
Well,
win.
Sigma has one win.
Sorry, my bad. MYM
Yes,
didn't get.
MYM
Yeah,
are
0
0-6,
and 6,
right?
and Liquid are 0 and 3. So yeah, we actually have some more highlights, and we're going to see the next one, which was actually Team Liquid playing versus Team Dog. That was a victory for the Doggy guys, right there.
I think this was like a 22-minute GG or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, that double cog and everything. So beautiful.
Yeah, so this game was Team Liquid trying to gank repeatedly with their Storm and Bat Rider. They found the ganks. Unfortunately, it was on Crystal Maidens. And every time they found the gank, they lost like the Storm and Bat as a result.
Yeah, Spectre kept on ulting and coming into the fights.
Yeah.
I mean, Morphling doesn't seem to win any single game.
No TC.
It's almost like that hero's just not good, and people should just stop picking it. I don't know, man.
Seems like EG are doing pretty good with the hero.
They send it
For
mid
RTZ.
though, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they send him in.
Arteezy, like anything he plays.
It's like
Very
RTZ
well.
standard like dies a few times, like in really obvious ways, and then he comes back and just carries the game.
Yep.
It's really weird.
False sense of security or something like that.
Yeah, he's like, no, it's okay. I'll let you kill me this time. Next time.
Next time. That's amazing. Like, we see lots of players, like even really good players, that once they get 2 kills or 1 or 2 kills against them, they kind of shut down and they cannot make any single impact. I think something that we have to highlight about Arteezy is that even when he starts losing, okay, I'm going to be honest here. Like, I think Envy has that thing as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's one of the other few players that has that. Like, he can start 0-2, 0-3, and then they can bounce back pretty much every single time. So, I mean, props to them for doing that. It's like not only about playing well, but also having a good resilience of mind.
It also has to do with the team though. Like in most of the games where TZ did not so great, his team made the space for him to come back. It wasn't just like all on him.
No, it's true. But I think the other thing that's important too is like the prevalence of Midas gaming on those two teams.
Yep.
Like EG and Cloud9 especially, I think are most prone to buying Midases of any other team. And just the way that they play, like if you ever watch Envy or RTZ stream, the way they play pubs, they're always like efficiently farming the map all game, like no matter what. Like even in situations where they go for kills, they're not missing out on anything. So their effectiveness on the map is like probably higher than most other players that I've seen, even in the pro scene.
Maybe it has to do with having a horrible soundtrack.
That, oh god, it's like bad. It is. Like I know it's a troll. Like Envy's isn't a troll,
No.
but Arteezy is 100% a troll.
It is.
So I can't be mad at him for it. It's just like, man, I didn't realize music could be that bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Surprisingly. But yeah, also teams actually can be a little bit that bad sometimes. And we're going to see the two teams that were no, I was going to say the opposite of undefeated. Without any victory. There's no
That
undefeated.
still sounds like a positive connotation with it, which you don't want.
I tried,
these teams really didn't have anything.
Unvictorious.
Unvictorious teams.
But this was actually one of the highlight game of last week.
It was a close game.
Yeah, it was a Naga Siren that got so big, and Sigma kind of, I resigned them to having lost the game already, but they just kept playing and kept digging, and they found themselves a win eventually.
Yeah, but this is the important thing that fucking Matt actually told us when we were talking to him post-game. We had him on Skype, and he said the important part about this game wasn't the fact that the Naga was big, it was that nobody else on the team was getting any farm. Because the Naga had to farm all 3 lanes and the woods to keep him in the game. So even though he was huge, everyone else had pretty much nothing at that point in the game. They had like 20, 30-minute farm at like 60 minutes in. It was a crazy long game.
Yeah.
But yeah, MYM just, despite their best efforts, could not win.
Could not win, but they still have 6 more games to prove us that they can actually take a game out of someone for the rest of the teams.
That sounds so sad.
Well, like they do. What I'm saying is technically correct. So we're going to look at the standings right now and see how everyone else is doing. And the teams that are playing today, they're all in the top 6. Because we have Empire, Alliance, Cloud9, the top 3, and also Fnatic playing, which is the 6th. Fnatic is one of the guys that really need to win here. Not because they're doing so bad, but they have played so many games that at the end of the day, we'll have 8 games. And if they're not positive, it's going to be tough for them.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit shaky. But if they do win today, say, for example, they win both the games that they play, then they're looking actually in a really good spot because they're beating 2 teams that are probably favored to go into the top 6 anyway.
Yep.
And then you have like teams like Team Liquid and MYM and Sigma who are, in all likelihood, like statistically speaking, they can get into the top 6, but it's going to be crazy hard. So you really only have to keep your eye on a few teams if you're Fnatic. So it's an important day for them, probably the most important of any of the teams that are playing today.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But yeah, anyways, before going into the games, which are going to start in about 2 minutes from now, I think, which of course are, as we said before, Empire, Fnatic, Cloud9, Empire, and Alliance, Fnatic. before going into that game, we're going to talk a little bit about our MVP competition, which we have every single week. This week, we have something invisible here, just like last time. What you can win this time is a Rocket Glow keyboard, just like the one that Andy has. I think.
I don't think I can pull it up far enough.
You can't pull it up, but it's really cool. It's the one. If you watch the ads, you should totally watch the DreamLeague because of the ads, because they never stop surprising me with Billy Bobby and AP and all that stuff. But yeah, it's the one that actually AP is showing. It's like, yeah, I have these memory things,
shift keys,
easy shift keys, and like cherry, highest quality cherry or something like that. It's just that. I don't know what it is, but it looks amazing. So yeah, all you have to do is go to facebook.com/rockcat and guess who's going to be the MVP of the week. Try to go for not necessarily the player that has the most games, because of course if you play 3 games you probably have more chance to be the MVP. But what we are choosing it, not only we do that, it's like if a player has a very, very good performance in one game, that might be the MVP. So my advice, don't go now because you haven't seen any of the 6 games that we're going to have this week. But maybe by the end of today or tomorrow, if you saw someone that was really convincing, you go to facebook.com/rockcat, say, I think the MVP is going to be Silent. And by the end of the week, when we pick the MVP, if you guess correctly, you walk into a pool of people from which we'll pick one, and that person will take the Rocket keyboard, the Glow keyboard, home. So yeah, that's the competition. And having said that, we're going to start talking about the first game of the day, finally, which is going to be Empire versus Fnatic. So let's meet the team Empire and let's talk a little bit about them.
They're Lycan pickers, man.
Yeah.
That's really all I got to say. They are Lycan pickers.
First pick Lycan. No joke.
Some people first ban it against them as well.
Yeah, it's worth it though, because the way that they play it is, even though Silent has been in lanes where even I thought, like, okay, he's not going to get anything out of this. There was a game I think last week or maybe the week before where they played, and he was in a solo safe lane, but he was against a really hard lane, still managed to have like 110 CS at like 20 minutes and just kind of raffled all over everyone in wolf form. And
is that the one where he got a heart?
It might have been. I don't think he got BKB that game. I think he just went straight heart, and they simply couldn't kill him.
At them all.
Yeah.
The problem with this team is, you ban the Lycan because he's beating you, and then you have Always Want to Fly with his 22 and X Dazzle, 22 and something in Dazzle, and then you have Resolution on his Puck that they play every single time. So they have a draft that you know it's coming, but you can't ban everybody out, and you can't beat it. And that's why they're like, I don't know. I want to say undefeated aside from that one game they dropped to a head.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's an amazing team, and they. Sometimes we see these teams that get like a super cool win streak. Empire right now, a long time ago it was Fnatic. Team Liquid had that. Like, even though they're not doing really well, I think by the time 679 came, they were unbeaten. Coming MLG tournament like MLG Columbus, they had a very crazy winning streak. And it's not only about the good form of the player, which of course helps a lot, but also because they kind of figured these kind of tactics out before everyone else.
They get their groove in the middle.
So they see, oh, this is what's really good. Maybe not on the patch in itself, but also against what everyone else is picking. So I think Empire kind of has that edge as well. And we'll see what Fnatic can bring into the game. We're talking about Meepo, but let's meet everyone else from Fnatic and see what they can bring. And yeah, we have Era here, as we said, the most fantasy-worthy player for now.
Most games played, though.
Most games played as well. But hey, everyone from MYM also plays 6 games, and I don't see them up there.
Fair. Fair. If we're going to make that comparison, I'll gladly take it.
Fair enough. Any guy here that stands out for you?
Looks like Trixie, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, look at him.
He's beautiful.
He is.
Yeah.
He's also massive, like in real life.
He's pretty big. And the thing is that even though he's really like big, he's not the guy that would scare me the most if I had to fight against one of the Fnatic guys.
No, it would definitely be Fly. Like 100%. Like, you wouldn't want to fight him, but Trixie, he is the unconventional space maker on Fnatic. He always just finds these really weird positions where he dies periodically, and you're kind of like, huh, why was he there? And then you realize there were 3 or 4 people who were ganking Trixie. And then all of a sudden Era has like 2 more items, and you're like, holy shit. You know? It's next level.
Yeah. That's good, and we'll see if that pays out, because Empire, not only the player. If there's something that they do really, really well is rotating their supports and just getting kills on every single lane just by not getting those supports statically there. Even when they pick supports like Visage, would you say, okay, this makes more sense in like kind of a Trilem versus Trilem situation, not roaming. They find a way to roam these supports to get the kills in them, and Trixie will have to be especially careful with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to go into the game in a little bit. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. So we're going to talk a little bit about this matchup and your personal feelings about it. So Lumi, Do you think Empire is going to take this easy, 20 minutes GG? Is it going to be a 79-minute game like you like?
No. I think they're actually going to take it quite easily. You're saying that EG... Empire is
quite
taking
easily.
EG, yeah.
Okay.
You're saying that EG as well as Cloud9's known to get Midas. Fnatic's another team that gets Midas.
Yeah, Hani does.
Hani does. And I think Empire's strength is one of those, like, we're going to hit you in 20 minutes, and we're going to hit you so hard that you're going to lose like 5-6 tower. They don't GG you right then, but they put you in like a 6 to 8k deficit. And when you're getting Midas, that's around the time that Midas starts to kick in. I think that's too slow. So I think Empire is really good at kind of tackling slower teams, if you will, if you say it like that. I think personally, I have a very difficult time figuring how they win. Like you were saying that supports are good at rotating. I wouldn't say that that's for sure one of the strengths, but I wouldn't say that's like 100% what they do. A lot of players in the past, like Aoi when he was here giving us an interview. Other day, I think BTS interviewed Admiral Bulldog, and they always ask the question, why is Empire so strong? And these teams, they can't figure out. They're not saying these guys are good rotating. Obviously, they are. That's part of it, but that's not why they're winning so many games are winning. So the pros can't figure out. I have no idea why they're winning as much as they are. So I think they're the puzzle box. They figure out the patch before anybody else can.
Right.
So
I think there's another important thing to be said too. Like what Bruno was saying earlier, like their hero pool matches up well against what other people pick. Like think of the prevalence of AA and Dazzle and heroes like even Venomancer still gets picked quite a bit nowadays. The thing that those three heroes have in common is they're all lacking any kind of escapes. And a team who picks Lycan destroys those types of heroes, right? Now, when you have a Puck and a Lycan together, you have somebody who pretty reliably holds people in place, very long initiation range. So you have the capability of taking the fights that you need to push the towers. And unlike heroes like Nature's Prophet, who need time to actually get items to make your split push that viable, like sure, you can split push early, but it's not that great, you know what I mean? Lycan's damage scales so absurdly fast that by the time you get to that point in the game, it's like, okay, well, our towers are just dying, and it's only like 10 minutes in, because he has like max Feral Impulse, couple points in a Hell, and max Wolves. So they, like you said, they take the map control very quickly. And in those types of games, the supports like AA and Dazzle, they just cease to function. Like they kind of need a lead to make sure that heroes that Empire pick, especially the Lycan, just can't eat them.
And for the rest of their pick is like Puck mid. You just need like a blink, and you get it by taking down 3-4 towers for free. And then generally they run something like Centaur off lane. You just need blink or whatever else. So Bruno, you look like you're...
Yeah, no, I was actually pointing out at Andy because he said something that was really, really correct. You were talking about how split pushing doesn't work that early and pushers like can actually do so well. And if you go to the compendium, which you should every single week because we update everything, not only can you go and get your predictions for the match, unfortunately this match is already locked because it's supposed to start 18:45. We're running with some delays, but you'll also see a segment that updates every single week called Hot for Meta, which looks at what happened last week and what was strong and what was not. And it's exactly what you just said. If you see the strongest heroes, like the highest win rate, are all very good pushers, like Lycan. Like people that will go and push and will make the space on the team. I'm trying to remember the other two, but there were two heroes that worked really well when you're pushing as a team. While the heroes that were doing horrible were the split pushers. Nature's Prophet was like 16% win rate last week.
Holy
Clinks was like 25. And the other one that was not exactly as a split pusher, but kind of works as one, is Storm Spirit. I mean, he's kind of like a ganker as well, but, you know, he has this ability to actually go and push the lane by himself, because if any kind of harm comes his way, he just runs away. So, yeah, there's a clear trend about what you were saying right now. If you want to split push, the bigger push, the guys with the Lycan and the guys with the lots of tower damage.
as well is really good.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which one. Well, you can go to the compendium and check that, because it's like on week 4 of the analysis, week 3, sorry, of the analysis of the Hot for Meta. But yeah, that's actually a great point you brought that.
Who writes for the Hot for Meta?
I write for the Hot for Meta.
I see.
The other thing too is
like a good article.
If we're assuming those heroes, right, like Puck and Lycan have absurdly high win rates, the thing about split pushers is they need that safety to say, if somebody comes to gank me, if it's just one person, I know I'll live 100% of the time. But when you have a Puck on your team and you have any other heroes with disables, then all of a sudden you feel a lot less safe, right? So split push doesn't really come into effect until the tier 1s are already dead, because the more space on the map means that the more space that you can abuse, and the longer it usually takes for the other team to react to what you're doing, which of course makes it so the rest of your team can farm. That's just kind of how it works out. But if you can never get the tier 1s, then your heroes become like super bad. Yeah.
What about IO? Like Fnatic love IO. Are they gonna like first ban it against them? Is that the idea? Because like they're really good at playing Wisp and Tiny and like Lifestealer and them kind of heroes. Like, do you think Empire have a plan against that, or are they just gonna stick to their own game plan and let what's the?
I don't think there's any reason to fix what Empire are doing, just because their track record it speaks for itself, right? Like they have a ridiculously high win rate with the way that they currently pick. So if they keep that and Fnatic play their own game, we'll just have to see what happens. I mean, I think that Tiny or anything like Ursa is really strong against Lycan lineups, because the thing that counters Lycan is being able to outdamage him, which is very hard to do, especially with the support picks currently, and even heroes like Puck. Like Puck is not good against Lycan because he gets so much health from his ulti, he does an absurd amount of damage, and once he gets a BKB, if he even decides to, then what do, right? So you need a hero that has insane bursts that can take him down before BKB, and even if he skips it, like Tiny still remains very effective in that. And the Lycan can't really tunnel vision you if he doesn't have a BKB because of Craggy. Yeah. So that's a hero who's actually durable enough to stand and fight him. Ursa actually just does more damage than any other physical like melee hero in the game, period. Once he gets like, you know, level, I think at like 10 or 11, 2 points in a rage, max fear swipes, max overpower, and just go ham. So I think those are the types of picks. Like EG picked Ursa, and they won with it, like pretty handedly. I would say so.
Well, that was the Ursa Tinker game, right?
Yeah.
And the Tinker kind of carried.
Yeah, but the Ursa still did really well. Like Fear had Blink, Heart, BKB, Hex, like everything.
Yeah, he did.
So he was the initiator who was unkillable basically in that game. So
I think back to the Wisp question, there was a best of 5 that was played this weekend. It was C9 versus Fnatic. Fnatic got Wisp Tiny, and their way of running Wisp Tiny, they ran a mid, and they basically like Tiny got Wisp a very early bottle, and what I think Arrow, Arrow's playing the Tiny mid. All he did was keep tossing creeps at the other mid, and then you just have bottle regen. So both solo mid bottle crow, but because Wisp gives you double regen on the bottle crow, basically Tiny was able to farm much faster. So basically they ran dual carries. They had an anti-mage, they had a Tiny, and they both got hearts. And they were able to actually just run against the other team and Cloud9 GG out in like 22 minutes. Yeah. So I think Wisp allows Fnatic to do something that you can't do with any other heroes. And that's so unique, I just think you ban it out. And I think most teams are giving them the respect. So we'll see.
Well, the thing that's unique about Wisp, like you were mentioning, though, is not just the fact that you can be anywhere. It's that you have the option to go back right away. Instead of having to waste a TP or wait like possibly a full minute to go back to that area in the map. So what you can do in that short amount of time, like 12 seconds doesn't seem like a lot, but with an Aghanim's Tiny, 12 seconds is a tower or a Rax, you know, if you're that far into the game. So it's crazy important, I think, to keep that hero out of Fnatic's hands.
Yep.
We actually saw Hani playing Lycan there a few days ago. You were casting it, Lumi, I think, weren't you?
I may have. I don't know.
What do you mean you may have?
You have this amazing memory for everything that's like game related.
I don't remember Lycan though.
Okay, so then he didn't play.
He didn't play. I don't remember it. Didn't happen.
Last hit the Roshan like.
Oh yes.
Yes.
That's the thing. Did you see the highlights?
Oh, with the wolves, like the 9.
How could you not remember that? It's like a huge part of the game.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
There was a cheese deny as well with the wolves in that game. Something like that.
Hani basically denied or last hit the Roshan 3 times with his wolves. Was it Era? One of the two. And
tomato.
Yeah, they got basically 5 Roshan kills and they lost the game.
Wow.
That happens.
It was pretty huge. It was against C9 as well in that best of 5. I think you were talking about.
Do you know if that's actually a question, an interesting question. Do you know if you're standing on the Roshan pit when the opponents kill Roshan, if you share experience like a neutral grip? You don't?
No.
It only goes to the team who gets the kill.
Yeah.
Wait, is it a global range?
No.
Just within the area.
Like, you know, you kill a neutral and the opponents get half the part of the experience. Yeah, that doesn't happen with Roshan.
It's not the same Roshan.
Yeah, because Roshan's like an actual focal point on the map, where neutral creeps are just kind of something that could easily be contested. There's no high risk. So, like the risk versus reward, if you shared Roshan experience, that would be kind of like, hey, there's an Ursa on the other team. I'm going to go steal like a full level and a half, you know?
Yay.
That would be...
Actually, I think the funny thing is that because of the increased range of experience, if you kill Roshan from the pit and the mid player gets kind of near the pit, like not really, you get the experience.
Yeah.
So that's something interesting. Like if you have a carry position that can get Roshan quickly enough, you just say to me, hey, just stand a little bit to the left.
Bit to the left, yeah.
And like 2 levels right there. But yeah, you know, I have like kind of this implicit agreement with production that we can delay and keep to the script for 10 minutes in a serious matter if anything happens. Like right now at Fnatic, I think 10 minutes have happened, so we're allowed to just go completely off the script and turn good studio again. So Well, we make for some time.
It's not Fnatic that's also late. I can't join the lobby. I typed in the password
Steam is
for the
like-
past 30
I'm not
minutes.
blaming Fnatic. I'm just saying the team Fnatic could not get into the lobby.
Well, I'm blaming Volvo for this.
Volvo,
Fucking
please
Volvo.
fix.
Because I've been trying to play Dota for the past days, and this happens.
I think you
I
always
didn't
try and
have
play
any problems
Dota.
yesterday, just today.
Yeah. Well, a lot of tournaments been running late, I think,
Yeah.
because of
Yeah.
Steam's being down. So.
Steam is not in its best moment right now. I know that there's lots of things, like lots of little patches here and there trying to fix some stuff. And always something new breaks. But yeah, I think that's the nature of software development. So we'll have to wait a little bit more. But while we're waiting, we do have a compendium, right? And we have compendium stretch goals.
Uh-huh.
we
We're
at with that?
really, really, really close to
How
100,000. We're at 97,000. Actually, I'm going to check right now. While I'm checking, I want you to remind people what's the goal. Like, what happens if we get to 100,000?
I get a chair. Nothing
get
else
a-
important.
Okay. And did you want to give us your 2 cents?
And what happens at 100? I thought it was just a chair, man.
Yeah, I thought it was just a chair.
You're all siding with the Lumi guy.
What, Lumi?
Isn't he-
I'm siding with him. I want him to have somewhere to sit that's not a piece of toilet paper.
Yeah, Bruno.
We will give you a chair.
Okay.
We will give you a
I
chair.
doubt it, but something else happens.
I doubt the chair is going to come as well.
No,
No,
I
no,
think
no, it's not
I
good.
think we'll come. We'll take one of the chairs from production. They have these very amazing chairs.
They're so good.
They're so good. So you'll be able to sit like 180 degrees completely
And,
flat.
and I'll be able to wheel around the place
And
as
you
well.
will, yeah, and don't fall because there's like, I fell already today. Like, I can quickly, whoop, you see?
Wow, you're that close to the edge.
Yeah.
Something moved. I swear to God.
No,
something,
they moved this whole thing forward.
Yeah.
That's the thing, because we have like way more room than we
Yeah.
used to.
And now I'm like,
you have,
I
like,
make a
no
step
room.
back and I'm just gone. Literally, I become a midget. So, yeah, I don't know. Well, anyways,
Something else happens as well.
something else happens. And there's this,
It's like dressing up or something.
something, yeah, and it's not about like orange shirts.
Well, it
which-
could be orange.
Your
Could
shirt,
be
by the
orange.
way, looks freaking like the sun.
I know. Here comes the sun. I am the sun.
You're radiant, Bruno.
I have a BKV, a Radiance, and everything combined all together. But we're sidetracking. We're digressing.
Isn't that the idea?
That's what we do, man.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. It was a compliment.
Oh, okay, nice.
It was a compliment.
Nice.
We're on exactly $96,990 of extended prize pool. So that means that we're 4 companions away to get into 97,000. Once we get to 100,000 on DreamHack Summer, a guy called David Zhang. Is it Zhang? How do you pronounce it for me once? Your last name?
You want the American pronunciation or
No,
the,
no,
like, the actual Chinese?
Authentic, man.
the actual Chinese.
Zhang,
Zhang,
Zhang.
Chung.
You're not
I know.
Zhang.
It's like,
It's
a,
like
it's like
a-
a
like
bell.
a-
It's like a bell.
Yeah, it's like a bow.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
Chung. Chung.
That's pretty good.
Okay, David.
Don't
Chung.
try to make a sound out of it, okay, Shane? You're getting there. Fuck you, Shane.
Well, yeah, he will have to cosplay as any hero you guys choose. So once that happens, we will update the compendium, and all you compendium owners will go to one special page. We'll say it will have his face, so that you can think of what hero will look good.
Can you try them on? You should be able to try them on, like you know, in them doll games where you can
Maybe.
like switch them, and you can like see what looks good on them.
Like, okay, you really like anime.
hold on,
I'm going
hold
to
on.
pigeonhole you really bad right now, but you
Okay.
like anime.
Yes, I do.
You've been watching anime for like more than 10 years now, you say?
No, more. It's like 4
Okay.
or 5 years.
So there was this thing that I remember from a long time ago. There were like these Japanese games.
Okay.
They were literally like, you have these anime girls, and
Okay.
they were with lots of clothes. And like you have lots of other clothes that you could like remove them and put the clothes.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I was talking about.
Yeah. So it's like these games, and it was really weird because like you could get them to underwear, and then you can like.
But why would you do that? You want to put the clothes on
You
them.
put the clothes in,
Yeah.
but like some of these games had the thing where you wanted to try like remove the underwear and you couldn't. But if you try like 20, 30 times, they started moving until you could remove the underwear as well. It was really weird.
I've never played those games, but apparently you have because you know.
Of course.
20, 30 times
He's
exactly.
a programmer, dude. It's for science.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
Or programming.
I remember like when I am not much into anime right now. But when I was a little guy, I was
You were
like,
watching anime like 2 days ago.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
because a girl made me do it.
What?
Yeah,
She didn't, no, I don't believe that.
well, it's kind of true.
it was a good anime.
It was pretty good. Yeah, I watched
good.
Attack on Titan. It was fun. But
It wasn't that
Proved.
fun. Not for the people in the show.
They literally got
Pretty
crushed.
awful for them. Unless I'm thinking of a different show.
well, it's cool for the guy that turned into a Titan. Spoiler alert.
It's really cool.
So 5.
It looks like
Yeah, don't even bother watching the show now because he just ruined it for everyone.
But yeah, no, yeah, it's pretty fun. It's pretty enjoyable. Only the thing I don't like about anime right now is that it feels really slow to me. Like I watch lots of TV shows, and in American TV shows and even like British, it feels like 5 or 6 things happen each episode. On anime, it's just one thing.
Yes.
Like this episode, okay, this guy has to get to this point, and all that happens in the episode is that he goes from A to B.
But he stops at a restaurant and talks to someone or something.
Yeah, or there's like something. I don't know.
A flashback. They're mad for their flashbacks.
I don't have the patience.
They just have like a 9-episode flashback.
Or they like, there was this. I love when I was a kid. There was this anime about football, soccer, right?
Okay.
It was called Captain Tsubasa, and
That's a good one.
yeah,
That's a classic.
and it was really, really good because they were running. So like a soccer field is more like the same size of a football field. If you're American and you don't know about soccer, the guys were running, and the field was so long that the earth curved, and you couldn't see you could see kind of like the curvature of the earth, and the guy running. He was running, and then eventually, you see the goal started rising from the horizon.
Oh, that's awesome!
Until he was there, and there were literally full episodes of the guy running from one point of the field to the other. That's how long it was.
That sounds like a great anime.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Just running.
Yeah, so that's anime. That's so slow.
That is really slow. That's like Dragon Ball Z slow.
Yeah.
That's like
No, Dragon
hyperbolic
Ball
time
Z is
chamber,
on a
like,
different level.
One day in there is a year on the outside, Lumi, okay?
I remember watching
gotta
Dragon Ball
train.
Z, where they charge up for like 3 episodes straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just
It's like, how loud can you yell?
Yeah.
You stand in one position for a good, 2 hours, 3
Pretty
hours?
much.
Yeah, but they have the gravity thing, so they're training.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
wish we had that.
It just seems so arbitrary. Like, how long does it take to get to Namek? 3 months. It's fine. He can train enough by then, right?
Yeah,
To be the
it'd
guys
be
there?
super.
Yeah. And
fine.
also, that's the other thing is if you actually try to measure the full time, it's like 120 years happen from the beginning to the
Don't
end.
measure that, man.
And they're like 10 years older. They're like, no, magic button or
Well, I
something.
mean, have you seen Pokemon?
Yeah.
Ash Ketchum still looks exactly the same as 20 years ago.
Is the current? I've never
I
followed
don't know.
Pokemon, but I'm assuming Ash Ketchum is still like the
I think
lead
he's-
of the show.
yeah.
One would assume,
Didn't he become the best? Wasn't that?
No, I don't think he ever became the best.
Oh.
Or maybe it took him 10 years.
Seems like an awful waste of time.
Yeah, it really
He's been
does.
catching Pokemon forever.
I know.
And he's
20
still not the
years.
best?
No,
Find a new hobby, man.
I agree.
You're not cut out for this shit.
I mean, I feel for the guy, right? He's like, I'm gonna catch them all. That's his tagline.
And then they're like,
I
we
was
keep
like-
discovering more.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I got 148. I'm too. No, there's 100 more now. Oh, I got 250. No, there's like 600 now. It's like they keep spawning. Like I
ridiculous.
don't know. And then they started making crossbreeding Pokemon, so
Jeez,
you can get
did they actually start doing
Is that what happened?
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Oh God.
and you can have new Pokemons that were
Crossbreeding Pokemon.
yeah.
Now we have Pokemon children just playing God.
Yeah.
It's like,
much.
Eve, you breed with War Turtle. I want a turtle fox thing. I don't know, dude. That just seems so messed up to me.
Yeah, but you imagine that, you could genetically engineer the best. Actually, that's actually existed. That's in the first season of Pokemon. They
Yeah.
created the guy that's
That was
the genetical
Mew, right?
Mewtwo.
yeah,
Or-
Mewtwo. One of
God,
those.
man, that was so long ago.
Yeah.
All I remember when I'm playing that game in the Game Boy was going up and down in the water to cheat, and then get the Master Ball and then catch them all, and then
Oh, you're talking about the missing gnome bug.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Exploiter.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
a cheater.
Unbelievable.
Pokemon.
I buy that ring of health in the side
Where
shop.
did we originate from this? Talking about the
Doesn't-
compendiums?
Listen,
Doesn't matter.
if we have one skill in the good studio,
I see.
it's being able to talk shit. Because Steam has been broken for the better part of all day,
Yeah.
right? You still not even in the lobby.
I mean, if I'm not in the lobby, the game could still start.
yeah, you could just watch off that or that. Or
But would they hear my audio?
no.
Isn't it all? On
No. All the audio is on the Weapons
yeah.
PC.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's good to hear me.
I thought he had to be in there for them.
No,
No.
have you seen me? I talk sometimes during the.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
And me. You
Dude,
see-
I don't know how this stuff works. I'm
yeah,
not
it's,
a freaking.
it's fairly fancy dancy stuff.
I'm not a scientist. I don't know.
I could give you a degree.
You could.
Yeah, so you could say I'm a scientist.
Well,
now.
you taught, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Which is-
A teacher doesn't give a degree. A university
Do you have
does.
one on you? I wouldn't mind a
No, but
degree.
I have a few friendly universities
I see.
that I could say hey, I taught this guy, and they're like,
It's like, you are not this stupid. Here you go.
Yep, exactly.
And when it pertains to one subject.
Fair enough. So yeah, we have to wait some more.
Waiting is the hardest part.
What other compendium stretch goals do we have?
Okay, so yeah, wrapping up what we were saying before because we went overly long.
Wait, hold on. I think we missed out one very key important info in
Yes.
that one. I get to veto 5 heroes.
You get to veto 5 heroes.
Why does he get to veto? That really feels like they're taking like the best part away from the people who are actually giving money. For
Dude,
this.
they're like 100 heroes. How much damage can 5 vetoes
and
make?
you, Andy,
He's going to veto Queen of Pain.
Yeah.
And I
Andy.
want to see that.
people don't really know what they want. Trust me.
No, you
Lumi,
know what you don't
We
want,
can
though.
tone up your body in
And-
the few weeks
No,
coming
it's
up.
going to be some kind of like sick troll, right? Because you're going to get to veto 5, and then that's going to be the only 5 people get to pick from.
Wow,
should have told him.
that is a really
You
sick
sh-
troll.
You
Holy
shouldn't have
shit.
told him.
I wish that was how it was.
Yeah. We could make
You
that
lucked
happen.
out.
I will walk off the show, man.
Maybe we should first make a vote if you actually want him to. Like, we make him veto, and then we make people vote. Do you want to allow the vetoes or only pick
No,
the
of course
vetoes?
people
They
say
would totally just be like,
allow
nope,
the
nope,
veto,
nope, you're
yeah.
doing this.
You're doing this. Yeah.
How cool would a tiny cosplay be?
It'd be so difficult, though.
No, dude.
No,
Do
it's
you get,
like-
do you get the big massive log?
You get like those like inside suits, right? Like
Yeah.
a onesie, basically.
Right.
And then you just have like styrofoam rocks on the outside, and you carry around a tree branch.
Whoa.
You don't even need a tree branch. You need like something.
Just a tiny stick.
If you were like a normal sized person, you could just tell people that you didn't have any points in a grow, and you'd have to carry your tree around with
Yeah.
two hands.
No.
No, you have to hold it like,
Like
this.
this.
Oh yeah, like
yeah,
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is like that, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It's like that.
I've actually never done that.
You should.
It's the
Just
most
for
fun thing in playing Tiny.
I almost lost to a tiny who did that.
Really?
He was like level 15 and he didn't have any points in his ult.
You
but he
just
had
get
an
it for the
axe.
stats.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like,
You
I was
still
really
clip,
sad.
right?
No.
Even if you don't. No, you don't clip.
I don't think you get anything. Like,
What?
the ulti doesn't exist.
Are you kidding me?
No, because it applies the ulti to your
okay.
applies to your ult, and
Yeah.
you don't have it. What does it apply to, Lumi? It's like having an axe and not skilling the Guna Blade. How
What
long
if-
have you played this game?
What if you
Get
get?
out.
What if you? Hold on. What if you a Night Stalker?
Right.
You don't get Hunter and Knight for whatever reason,
Right.
and you get the Axic
Yeah, it still works.
It still
I think it
Still
still
works.
works.
because it
Because
doesn't
it's
apply.
night vision. It says on it.
Right.
It gives you night vision.
Yeah.
It's all very new to me.
It's a hard game. It's
No
a
wonder
very
this guy
complicated
can't
game.
break 4K.
No.
I'm still working on 2K.
2K.
I'm too
Take it
high right
easy.
now.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah, so that's the goal for 100,000. You can tweet at Luminous Imbers. Actually, you can tweet at hashtag DH DreamLeague and tell us what you want. them to
Actually,
wear.
they have been
can
tweeting
see
me.
that.
Really?
And
What
they've
have
been
they told you?
Like, it's actually pretty legit stuff. Like, one say Bounty Hunter,
That's
Okay.
pretty cool.
somebody says Sven. It's like just like normal
Sven.
heroes.
Do you
but
think
it's
you
like-
have the...
I don't.
I mean, it
definitely
has
don't
a
have the-
mask. He can be like someone else, and we say like, yeah, it's Lumi.
We just hired, like, Arnie or
Some
something.
people say like
We
Juggernaut.
get Fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get Fly to cosplay Sven.
There
I'm
you
sure
go.
he'll say okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know who's under that mask. So
Mm-hmm.
All you just have to make him say, "What's up, guys?" the way you say it, and then we're away with it.
say it in a very high pitch.
Yeah.
Because apparently that's how I talk when I get excited.
What's your opening? Like, oh, your opening like when you do like a YouTube video?
I
It's
don't know.
like,
I haven't done one for like 25 years, so
Yeah.
What? That seems like an exaggeration.
Yeah.
I don't even think YouTube was around 25 years ago.
Who knows?
I don't know. I just say whatever comes to my mind.
Yeah. No, but I think he does say, "What's up, guys?"
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
I'm Luminous Imbers, and we're going to talk about some shit.
Dota.
Yeah. What's your greeting, Andy?
I don't have a greeting. I just like
Or
randomly
What about
say
your salutation?
Dota fans. I don't have one. You just wanted to give me a segue into it, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I totally fucked it up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But you still have a chance.
Nah, it's like
It's
lost
gone.
all meaning now.
It's
Like
gone.
even if I did it, it would just be like, yeah, it was kind of funny, but the moment's come and gone, and now it's just like, you set me up.
But now
and
that you said it out low, we can bring Shane, and Shane with his.
Hello. Like, how's it going?
No,
No,
that's not even
come
yours.
on.
You go, hey,
You
what's
don't say
cracking?
hello.
I said, "What's cracking?" Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Every single time.
Okay.
Except for this one time.
will.
Look, I brought the bar low, and you just put it below the desk. All right? Unbelievable.
Jesus, Shane.
I'm sorry.
Make it
Okay.
easy for you.
What's cracking? There we go. Everyone's
There we go.
happy.
I like
Way.
that. Yay.
I don't know. It was like kind of 50-50 for me.
Well, I can't fake things. I'm not an actor.
We're all actors here. This is improv.
That's
Is
what they
it?
pay us for.
Yeah. Do you
Jesus.
think you actually have a script with all this stuff?
Well, I'm reading off something. I don't know what you lads are doing.
Well, it's that training wheels. You lose it at some point.
Can we get the font a bit bigger? I can't really see it.
I can lend you mine.
Thank you.
You can watch it
Have
here.
the pad.
But yeah. How's everything looking in the game?
We're still missing 2 people, man.
Why are you people watching this? Like, I mean, people are like, sure, there might be a Dota game at some point.
We don't know when it's going to be.
We're not, no, yeah. It's like, oh, sure, like Empire Fnatic, this is going to be awesome. Like,
You know what they say? I totally forgot
you
what they
don't
say.
know?
Who are they? And maybe we can base it off something.
Yeah.
I don't remember it all. I totally forgot. Like I was going to say something about waiting and all good things. Like you have to
It's
wait.
fine.
For them.
When you
It
get to
was
a certain
some like
age.
really, really good saying that
Right.
like strikes like right here, gets you there.
He
But-
makes 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, it's true.
All good things are worth
You know, when I
waiting for.
saw that part, and I was like watching about his dad. I'm like, I'm not gonna cry. It's all right. I'm not gonna.
Did you cry with watching free to play?
No, it's like-
Nice segue. Did you cry watching free to play?
I did.
You
were
did?
there. Well, actually, I don't think you were there because we were sitting on like the top level.
Yeah.
When they showed it at TI,
Yeah.
and I was sitting there, and I was like, "Yep, not gonna cry. It's good. It's really good."
It's a good story.
Yeah.
It's 3 good stories.
And then I was like,
Didn't cry.
You didn't cry? You don't have a soul.
"You're a monster, dude."
You're
It's
secretly
fake.
ginger.
It's all fake. It's a movie, guys.
It's a movie.
It did not exist. None of them are actually real.
I do have a like.
You're telling me he was dead the whole time?
Yeah,
Because that's bullshit.
he's dead.
Why would M. Night Shyamalan do that to me?
Who's dead?
What?
Oh.
How do you?
What?
Oh.
He doesn't watch movies.
Can we actually tell him to leave? Like, is that okay? Like, can he just be
No,
gone?
I'm bringing the.
I'm giving you like all these awesome setups. and
He's
you
like-
just-
he's like
you're
the-
giving me nothing back, man. I need some reciprocation in this relationship
what
if
you're
it's gonna
talking
work
about.
out.
I don't know what
So you know how Pyrion last time he was here like to be the newbie friendly kind of like I ask questions about things that people probably know but some people might not know. Like he's the Pyrion flex of movies. Do you really don't know who M. Night Shyamalan is?
Who?
No, not who.
What's the movie called?
Sixth Sense, Signs, The Village. Although
Okay,
allegedly that
I've
movie
seen
was, like,
I've
really
seen
bad.
Sixth Sense.
The Happening.
Okay. That was M. Night
Avatar.
Shyamalan.
Jesus, that was a bad movie.
That was a bad movie.
Avatar?
No, not Avatar. Like the Last Airbender.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
I still don't know who you guys are talking about. Is it the white dude?
No, it's a director.
No, dude, you're just like so far off. It's not even like, it's not even within reason anymore. You're just.
I have
clueless.
no idea.
Okay, M. Night Shyamalan is a movie
All right,
director that.
Let me Google him.
Okay, I'm telling you in the meantime.
I don't even know how to spell it, so you have to type it for me.
M. Night.
Just write M. Night and it will
Yeah, it'll
autocomplete
finish it, yeah.
Shyamalan. Dun, 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 dun.
M. Night.
This is like unbelievable. There you go.
I could find his.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
I'm like, right.
Even Google can't spell it correctly.
Yeah, that's him.
Did you find him?
He's got it. Hooray, you did it. You're a person.
So the reason this guy is famous is because he was very popular for making movies with a twist. So you watch one of his movies and you see something happening and by the end of the movie you find out something that was like, oh, it changed the whole idea of the movie.
Okay.
Most famous about that is The Sixth Sense, which according to movie standards, it's already past the statute of limitations, so I can actually spoil it.
What is it, 10 years?
It's 10 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Past 10 years, you can spoil a movie. It's completely okay, no matter how many people are watching. So The Sixth Sense, I'm pretty sure you didn't watch that movie.
I've seen parts of it, I think.
Well, you remember who is acting in that movie?
This is a little kid, right?
Yeah, there's a little kid.
And kind of big actor, might
Yeah.
have been in Die Hard.
Yeah, some white guy.
Yeah. Like he's
They're
got
all
hair
the
like
same.
mine
Yeah, he looks
or
like us.
his.
Yeah.
What do you mean, one kind of white guy? Yeah, it's Bruce Willis.
Yes, that
and
guy.
So
He's
yeah,
pretty good.
this guy is like trying to help a kid that sees ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end of the movie, he finds out that he's a ghost himself.
That'd be so shit, wouldn't it?
But yeah, like it's really good when you actually see the movie because like you kind of feel that he interacts with everyone in the movie, but he really doesn't. He only talks to the kid. But the movie is set in a way that
Okay.
he like sometimes he kind of has conversations with people, but it's not like he's having conversations. He's just sitting there while there's a conversation
So-
and chipping in, but no one's paying really
So
attention.
it's really like The Beautiful Mind. See, I've seen that movie.
A
okay.
Beautiful Mind. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the
Eh.
same thing, but instead of schizophrenia, it's actually being a ghost, right?
Okay.
So the guy became very popular because this movie blew everyone's mind. It's like, holy shit, like, never saw that coming.
It's
That's
like
amazing.
Edward Norton was Brad Pitt the whole movie.
Right.
That's
I don't
that's
get-
Fight Club.
Holy
Different
Holy
movie.
shit, you didn't watch Fight Club.
So hold on. So
There's-
this guy adds twists to the end of the movies, right?
Yeah. So now it became
So-
so predictable that.
It was
So
like,
when everybody watches movies, then you just like expect it, right?
yeah.
yeah, and that's what happened. Like he made another movie, like after Signs, I think The Village came out,
Yeah.
or something like that, and everyone was like, okay, this was just bad.
Right.
Like it just wasn't a good twist.
Yeah. And then they
I
had
haven't
the
seen The Village,
happening.
actually.
Did you see the happening?
I didn't. I like after The Village.
So
I
the
was just
happening is like I actually watched it falling asleep during the movie, but it was like people started randomly suiciding and like dying, and then there was something about plants and like the plants were making the people suicide.
That's ridiculous.
It is like pretty bad.
See, you know what's dumb about this whole culture talk
Right.
is that you have to watch so many movies.
How is that so many movies? We only talked about 4. That's not even a day's
like,
worth of movies.
I watch I've seen 4 movies, but those are not
And
the
your
4
whole life.
movies
Okay.
that you're talking about.
You watch anime. Like they have like 10,238 episodes for anime. I'm pretty sure like
Lumi
you watch.
no.
You watch either Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece, or Bleach. You watch one of those four.
But
You watch one of those four. Just watching one of those four makes
Yeah.
you watch the 50 best movies of all time. It's the same time.
yeah, no, I haven't.
And you can talk about anything,
No.
and you can like be the cool guy. And
I
talk about
haven't
every
watched
movies.
any of them except Bleach, and Bleach I dropped it 100 episodes in because it was so bad.
100 episodes is like 20 movies.
Yeah, but you fast forward. There's like 6 minutes in every anime episode where you fast forward. So it's down to like 12 minutes.
Is
an
that
episode.
how you watch anime?
Yeah, who the fuck watches
Well, at the beginning
credits?
of every episode, they're like previously
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
whatever you're
okay,
watching.
okay,
All
that's
this
true.
stuff happened. 10 minutes in, you actually see what happens for like 8 minutes, and then next time on whatever the hell we're watching.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
So when you're watching anime and you watch an episode like, and then you watch the next episode, do you watch what happened like 20 minutes ago?
No,
Okay.
Do you
do
watch?
fast
Do you,
forward.
do you watch the intros and the endings every time?
no, not really. Sometimes if it is really good.
It's really good.
There's like really good intros.
What does it mean?
I need
Like
to
if
get
the,
to that.
if the music is really catchy.
Come on,
or-
I hit your sangasi. Something like that.
What?
I want a
What's that?
soundboard with that.
I couldn't even tell. I couldn't make heads or tails of what that was supposed to
That
be.
was my Japanese anime intro.
It
Kinda.
needs work.
It fucking does.
The Irish guy doing Japanese is not great.
Irish Japanese. How awesome is
See,
that?
no, the animes that you guys are talking about are the
Right.
very like standard, prototypical anime like Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, where they do actually summarize what happened
Yeah.
because nothing really happened.
Right.
But the
That's
good
true.
animes,
That's true. Gantz didn't do that.
the good animes don't actually do that.
Is Gantz the one with the ball? The ball that tells them what to do? Mm-hmm. It's pretty good.
It's a very
Yeah.
weird show.
Yeah.
Very weird.
They wear suits and shit and fight
Yeah.
each other or something.
Lumi, apparently the lobby is back up, so you might.
Yeah,
be
but
able
there's
I've been
only-
clicking the
There's
join.
one more person that needs to join from Fnatic, so
yeah.
I don't need a computer cast. Don't worry.
Okay,
yeah.
that's fine.
I believe in him.
I believe in you too. But yeah, so anime.
Yeah.
That's it. But you should watch movies. You should actually watch more movies.
No,
Like,
I
it
do
really
watch
impairs
movies.
your ability to function socially
Actually,
if you don't watch like at least 20 must-watch
no.
movies.
The problem is I watch the movies, but I don't know the title of the movie,
I'm the same as Lumi on
and
this
I just don't know the title of the actor.
The title of the actor.
The name-
Dr.
the
name of the
Bruce
actor.
Willis.
one. Master.
That's his title.
The white guy. See, I just
Sir
like,
Bruce Williamson.
I watched a movie recently.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's called The Departed.
Yes.
You think?
With Leonardo DiCaprio. Well, you don't know.
I don't know. Like,
It's
with
about
the
like
cops and
Boston
then the
mafia and
Yeah,
cops.
yeah.
That's The Departed. Yes.
That's a good movie.
That's
that
a very
people
good
should
movie.
watch.
That's
See,
people should
but
watch
if
that.
you guys are, let's say a conversation strikes up and you guys are talking about The Departed,
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
So what's the point of even watching anything if you never remember anything that happens or the people
No,
that are
I
in
know the
them?
story.
It's like you're just a blackout drunk, but all the time.
No,
You're
I
just
know
like,
the story.
Oh yeah, I totally. Yeah, that one guy was in
the
it. but-
white guy.
And the
Well,
stuff happened.
Yes.
Holy shit,
With
I
the
remember that.
no hair.
That's Lumi.
No.
about every movie.
I know what happened. It's like,
But the thing is that you don't know the titles of the movies. You know that? Well, that tells me that you actually watch movies on TV. Because
No,
if I
I-
want to watch a
no.
movie, I download the movie, and if I download the movie, I have
Legally.
to.
Legally.
Yeah, of course, on Netflix or similar services. Please, NSA. So yeah, you have to know the title of the movie.
That's not true.
Yeah.
I download like a crap ton of movies at one time.
On
and
Netflix?
then I just, on Netflix or similar services. And then I just like randomly pick one and then delete it. And I don't remember the names of most of them. So,
Really?
I feel like, you watch a movie like Ong Bak, right?
Yeah.
And then Lumi watches it and he doesn't remember anything that happened. He's
But
like,
there's
I
like-
think there was an elephant in it.
There's like 4 or 5
No,
of them.
it's the
in
Elephant
fairness.
Man.
Yeah, there you go.
like I could talk about specific scenes of movies we watched.
Okay.
Well, look, go.
Like my favorite scene in, what's that movie called?
There we go.
Here we go.
Ocean's 12, right? Remember that scene where he was doing this laser dance?
Yeah.
To steal that? That was a cool scene.
The laser dance.
That's like so overused. Like that's in every single movie with theft. It's like, oh, we gotta have that scene where the guy does like gymnastics.
Have you
around a
never,
bunch of
what is it,
lasers.
Mission Impossible? The
Oh,
first
Mission
one?
Impossible, The Rock.
I remember
know.
this movie. Like, okay, so I don't remember the title, but there's this guy that like he does something. I don't remember what, but he's not really good at it. So they put like this catchy music, and he starts like doing that thing better and better each time. And by the end of the song, he's really good at it. And then he goes to do that thing against this other guy that's also good at that thing, and he wins.
You're not
What's
giving
the
us
name of
much
that
here.
movie?
You're not giving us much.
I'm actually stuck on this one. I should know this. I feel like I should know this.
Dude, that's like every movie with a montage ever.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like they start off and
I was
it's like,
trying to make a point of that.
yeah, I know. It's like what Lumi just did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. But I couldn't think of any movie like off the top of my head where they were actually doing something outside of Rocky. Like that was the first one. I was like, bam,
Well, the second thing that comes to mind is Team America,
yeah,
where they
that as
actually
well.
do it for fun.
Yeah,
But yeah, like montage movies, Pacific Rim does it.
yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Pacific Rim does it.
We got to get our minds in sync, man.
I mean, this is a remake of Rocky, but was it called Steel Giants? The one with Hugh Jackman with the giant robots that box?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steel
Something
Giants
like
or
that.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do it as well. I don't know. There's lots of movies about that.
Yeah.
Oh, Flashdance does it.
The Karate Kid.
The Karate Kid does it. No One Puts Baby in the Corner. Jesus, what's the name? Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing.
What a
They do
movie.
that. So many.
That was
And you
Swayze,
didn't
right?
watch any of that.
Yeah. Patrick Swayze.
I've seen the
R.I.P.
Rocky.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Great guy.
I've seen the Rocky.
You seen the Rocky?
Rocky?
The Rocky.
Are you sure you've seen The Rock and Rocky, or one or the other? Both?
The one about the
The
island.
second one you said,
Rocky.
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 Okay.
The Rocky.
Because The Rock and Rocky completely different.
Different
One has
movies.
missiles.
But
the other one's
you
boxing.
should watch both of them because both are really good.
Yeah.
The Rocky. It's like a small version of the Rocky.
Yeah, they
the Rocky.
mix the movies. Like.
It's a boxer
I'm
being in
bad with
Alcatraz.
titles.
I'm not mad. I'm
Just disappointed.
Disappointed about what? I'm just bad with names.
giving me nothing to go on here. man.
Like sometimes, like this is true when I talk about Dota, which apparently it's my best memory. Like I just put all my brain on that thing.
Right.
I could say, oh, this game they played these heroes and they did this cool
I
thing.
called Lycan like at the start of the show, and you were like,
But I can't be like, oh, this is Empire versus Fnatic. I don't even know the team names.
So you don't care about the people.
No, I do.
You don't
So
care
if
about
we're like elbow deep into a cast and I need to make a pop culture reference, I can't rely on you for anything.
No,
That means
no.
I got to go to Shane. Look at him.
I live on an island. We don't see much outside that. Like,
He is isolated from the rest of the world and he has more references than you.
That's why. See, because he's isolated, that he download things from
through
Netflix,
Netflix. Yeah.
and similar services.
yeah.
Welcome to the ASUS ROG DreamLeague. This has turned into a talk show about
Everything.
everything.
We're like Seinfeld, but
Yeah.
this.
It would be really helpful if, for example, like production started popping tweets or something, so we could actually.
I think they're just like seeing how
But I
long
think,
we can.
Like we have
drag this
24,000
segment
people
out.
watching us,
Just watching us shoot the shit.
just watching
basically.
us. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
That's fair enough. I mean, we're only missing one person in the lobby, but it's been that way for literally the past, 20 minutes? Give or take?
Who's this guy?
more like
Who's one guy?
40.
I don't know,
last
he
guy.
probably just changed his name. It's probably Trixie.
This has been a 40-minute segment so far,
Really?
and we still haven't touched the subject of music.
We've only touched one subject, and not even like extensively. We've
No.
kind of just like dilly-dallied around it and made fun of Lumi because he's ass. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just like.
Do you listen to music, Lumi?
Yeah, I do.
What do you listen to? I don't know the name of the bands. I know the name of the songs.
Are you the same way with music? Come clean.
Yeah. Like I could recognize the tune, but I don't remember the name.
Can you
Like,
sing
if-
along to it?
If right now I said Bonnie Tyler, Holding On for a Hero,
I don't
you
know
wouldn't
what that
know
is.
what that song is. Like, I feel.
It's alright. But once you hear the song,
It's
you'll
not
know.
alright, man.
No. It's alright if you're like
I'm
16.
getting my Jimmy's like status equal rustled right now. Okay.
Okay, so there are some like families where you grow up and you just like not allowed to listen to certain type of music.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Is that a
It's
thing?
not like the standard American household. So in China, where I grew up, like music is not a thing within our household. Not because my parents strictly forbidden it. It's just they don't listen to music, so there's no music in the household. So the first music that I was exposed to is classical music in school.
Wow.
So that's what I just listened to a lot. And in classical music, the titling is so shit.
Yeah, like Opus
It's like
2.
Opus 12, Movement 13.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. How can you remember that? So, and then once I came to the States, like the pop music never caught on with me. I never
When
had.
did your rap career take off then? Like,
Me.
how was that influenced?
Yeah, it was like an overnight thing, you know. Mm-hmm. It was one of the things that you get famous.
One hit wonder.
One hit wonder. Not
Nice.
one hit wonder. See, I don't like. See, I
Or
don't,
overnight success is like a continuation of that success once you have it, but a one hit wonder is like you did one good thing and,
And then-
then nothing else.
People remember you for
See,
that.
that's the thing, though. You get one good thing, but they keep trying and they fail, right? See, I'm not like that, right? I did one good thing. I'm like, I'm done with that.
Close
I'm
the
It's
lid.
still
moving
a one hit
on.
wonder.
No.
It is because you've only done one thing. Like one thing that had any
We
notoriety.
can bring
to
you
it at
back
all.
and you can be a two-hit wonder, which is much better.
One-hit wonder has a very negative connotation, right?
Not really,
really,
no.
no.
Really?
It might have a negative connotation like immediately as they come.
Okay.
Like if you see these, I don't know, like
Like AHA, Take On Me.
no, but yeah. First, but I was trying to bring like something more like recent. Like I don't know when Lady Gaga just came out, right? Like
She's
there
not
was
a
like
one-hit wonder.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah.
But like Poker Face was like on the radio all the time, and blah blah. blah. And it's like, oh, she's like a one-hit wonder because no one remembers any of the other songs. But then like time goes by and she gets a lot of other songs and gets popular.
How long do you
Some
have?
other people like AHA, they had this song. It's like, oh, Take On Me. Like, yeah, they're one-hit wonder. They're like, kind of like meh. And then they never did anything. And people were like, oh yeah, that man was like kind of a one-hit wonder. But then more time passes. And you're like, man, AHA, like,
They were super good.
what a song, man.
It's like really, it was only the one song, but it's so good that you can forgive them for the fact that they never made anything else. Like they could contribute nothing musically ever again, but
Okay.
they had that one song.
You had that one song.
Yeah.
It's like when you talk about music from the 80s, like if you live in the 80s, I was born in the year 85, so I pretty much
Kind of.
Technically, actually, my house was like very musical. Like everyone liked music, and we listened to a lot. But 80s music was really bad.
Yeah,
It
for
was
the most part.
really, really, really bad. Like if you lived in the 80s, the music was trash. But now, like 30 years later, you kind of look at 80s music and it's like, man, there was like so many cool bands. Like you remember Queen, the end years.
See, I
remember
listen to
Michael
Queen.
Jackson.
I know who they are.
You remember like all these glam bands that were there that had like Bon Jovi and like Guns N' Roses early times, Aerosmith middle times. All the metal bands like Metallica came in the 80s, Iron Maiden. Like you had all so many different stuff. But the reason is we forget about the bad stuff. You did one good thing.
And that's it.
And that's it. And you might want to do something else. But if you do something else and it doesn't work, people will still remember you for the good thing.
Man,
So-
these life advice.
It's like to think of the optimism in people, right? Like it's the one good thing that you've ever done, but people are going to take the high note of your life. You know, that's what they're going to remember you for. It's good.
And with that moral, and with that piece of wisdom that Andy just imparted to you, we'll lead you into the game, where we'll see more wisdom from Empire versus... Who is it anymore?
Fnatic.
Fnatic.
So you don't even remember the teams. Forget you, Bruno. You guys are talking trash about
Ridiculous.
me not remembering. You guys don't even know.
So good.
James is the worst. He comes in and we tell him what these are the three teams are playing today, and he just doesn't know.
But no, like we're actually in the draft. Like we should go to the draft. It's like
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
it's
on
just
Yeah.
like you said, first two picks in.
Well done, everyone.
Somebody don't have a
Dude,
chair.
I wasn't even like breaking a sweat. I got like a couple more hours in me before I start running out of references. So whenever you feel like you need to have something to do, I will fill that time, Lumi. I
Yeah.
will fill it.
I'm really good at filling time.
I don't know, man. I think you're good at filling time for like the total wrong reason. Like you actually don't know anything, so we have to explain.
I know, right?
Like, every single thing to you, like
No.
you're 5 years old.
I'm just being the look. I'm just being the guy that's asking the dumb questions. But I
I'm pretty
fully know
sure
everything.
I'm pretty sure Lumi knows some stuff that we don't know.
Oh, I'm sure he does. He knows math for one. I mean, I'm not a math guy. Don't look at
Neither
me,
am
man.
I.
It's unbelievably difficult to do math. But you know what's not going to involve a lot of math?
Well,
This game. Well, I mean, I'm sure it would still involve math. I'm sure Lumi could find a counterpoint to argue there, but let's just give me the benefit of the doubt and say no math.
There's
will be
no
involved.
math in Dota.
Okay. But there are heroes
Yes.
and bans.
and no wisps.
And we talked about the wisp, didn't we, Shin?
Yes.
We did.
We said there's a high likelihood that that hero is going to be taken out, and it is. It's almost like we might actually watch the game from time to time.
Maybe.
Maybe. Nobody really knows.
Is Team Empire going to be the Lycan pickers?
I feel like
First pick.
don't fix what ain't broke, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that there are heroes in like that Fnatic can utilize. Like I especially like Ursa and Tiny against Lycan lineups. I feel they're really, really strong because they can actually push almost as fast. Like not quite until you get Aghanims on Tiny, and Ursa's damage really only scales once he starts getting like 2 or 3 items because his building damage is significantly lower than his hero damage. But either way, I still feel as though Fnatic's style might actually be like reasonably good against Empires.
One thing I've noticed watching a lot of Fnatic games of late, and the couple ones that we casted in DreamLeague, is that they get really greedy in their lanes. Remember, they picked a Ember Spear mid for Honey, and it just got trashed by Exort Invoker. Yeah, that's just one example that comes to mind.
But they picked into that, didn't they?
Yeah,
Didn't
they picked into it.
Yeah.
Like, they know it's a bad lane, they're going to just force it and hope it works. So I think, especially against Team Empire, which is a team that, do that 10-minute push, like you were saying, with the fast Lycan and that kind of stuff, I think that's very dangerous. Because if you lose a lane against Team Empire, you're done. You might as well call GG. Like, it's...
Yeah.
You haven't lost your towers yet, but it's gonna happen. So I just hope that Fnatic picks a very, very solid lane, 3 solid lanes, excuse me, and then just hopefully do on par with Team Empire, because they generally draft very solid lanes.
Well, I mean, Empire have actually already strayed away from the norm. Well, I shouldn't say the norm, but their norm, right? Which is first pick Lycan.
Yeah.
So now they take Dazzle. So are they going to go with the AA combo that we've been seeing a whole heck of a lot here in the DreamLeague, or are they going to maybe just go with more of the same? Fnatic, I mean, they've been known to pick Lycan as well. Do they go with that?
I wouldn't be surprised if they pick it, to be honest.
I'm sorry, Shane. I know you're like looking at.
Yeah, it's alright. What are we looking at?
It's important that I get this sorted right now.
Oh, the fancy league thing.
See, I have 2 players not playing again. It's bad.
Oh, Era's not in. Jesus. It's not looking great, Andy.
It's okay. I'm just gonna hope that Empire do really well.
You know what I found out in our fantasy league? Somebody dropped Ake.
Yeah.
You picked up a player.
Bruno?
No, Bruno didn't have Ake.
No one picked Ake.
I picked Ake.
Well, it was there for free.
For the longest time? I was like,
I think
Ake's in the pool.
But
We're gonna pick him up.
in these kind of league, like fantasy leagues, it's good to get the the 4 and not the 5. You know what I mean? Because you want the guy that has the...
Well, the 5 is usually the jungler.
Yeah.
And you actually want the 5 because he's the one who picks like Chen and gets towers.
Yes.
Oh yeah, tower gold. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Well, it's not just the gold. It's like tower kills are actually worth like what, a point?
1 point, one whole point.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
Because 800 CS apparently is only worth like 1.5
And when you're
points or
playing
something like
Chen, you heal people like no other.
Apparently, Bane is actually the best hero in the game for the points.
Why is
like
that?
support wise?
Stun duration.
Because it's stun duration.
Because the sleep counts as a stun.
It's getting hot fixed.
Ah,
Yes.
Why?
Because it's too good.
So
too good. Well, he's at home.
This ain't League
but
of
it's
Legends.
moderately
You just
good.
don't fix things that are just good.
What?
It's a fantasy.
It's in the fantasy league.
No, League of Legends, like, they nerf everything.
Yeah.
They just chop its head off.
Yeah, they hot fix everything that's good.
All right. So
Apparently.
Fnatic, they're going with a super aggressive first 2 picks and a slight bit greedy. Like, I would say second pick Luna is moderately greedy when you've already seen a Dazzle. I don't know, man. Like,
How so? Explain it to me.
okay, so Luna not known for the best lane presence on her own. Sure, the aura makes your tri-lane feel moderately strong, but seeing an Enchantress, let's assume that there's only going to be 1 guaranteed lane support.
Right.
And then if the Enchantress wants to help the lane, she's going to be sacrificing her farm.
Yes.
Okay, so in that way, it's greedy, because if Empire look at that and they say, I want to lane against this, let's try to punish it. They could even field a melee farming carry like Lycan against a Luna, and it would still work because Luna's lane presence is so meh. And she's not really like a super good ranged hero. Sure, she attacks from range, but I think it's like 300 and
Yeah,
something.
it's like pseudo range.
Yeah, it's not really that good.
Okay.
So if they wanted to, they could go aggro versus it. Or they could equally as well just pick up an offlaner who would do well against that kind of a lane anyway, like Centaur. Because a Luna +1 in lane would never kill that hero, like in a million years, unless the Enchantress had 2 good creeps.
Was it Mag actually talking about it in the interview that said that if they have a weak safe lane, that they'll actually pick the Centaur to punish that?
Yeah,
I don't
could
remember
be.
that.
It was in one of the interviews. I'm pretty sure it was Mag.
Okay.
And he was saying that if they have a weak, they send like a Lich Centaur or like, I don't know, maybe Dazzle Centaur and like just completely punish it. Like.
I'm a bit shocked that they went with Enchantress instead of Chen, though. Like, if you're going to go with that, I would still like Chen a bit more, because I think that he contributes more during the mid game, which you kind of need when you have a Luna, because Hand of God becomes very good. Being able to send people back and prevent deaths, I think, is much more important than the mid game of an Enchantress doing moderately more damage, which your team shouldn't be lacking with a Luna anyway. It's kind of like having a permanent Howl on your team, right?
Right.
So in that sense, your team doesn't necessarily need the damage. It just needs the safety, I guess, of like the 15 to 20 minute mark where you know it's like, hey, our 5-man's still going to be superior.
Do you think Enchantress is kind of a counter to Lycan in a small way? Like, because he can't actually attack her.
I wouldn't say it's a counter just because you don't particularly take damage, because in a fight, the Lycan's very seldom going to focus somebody like that anyway. Like, even if they had a Chen, you wouldn't focus the Chen because the Chen isn't really the highest threat to you. It's like you want to kill the Luna or you want to kill the squishier support. And it's not like you're going to be able to kill the hero before he does every single one of his abilities, right? In that case. So it's a hard decision to make, but I still like... I think Lycan is still perfectly viable, honestly, for Empire if they wanted to do it.
I'm surprised that Lycan hasn't been drafted, but Centaur is. I know Centaur, it seems like, has been rising in popularity especially in the Russian teams. Particularly, I think he is actually very effective in zoning out supports that are trying to zone him. Like you get 1 point in return, and suddenly the supports. I played CM the other day. I tried to zone out Centaur. It's just he just laughed at me. He has a Salt Shield, and if I hit him, I take more damage, which is ridiculous. Which, in any case, Fnatic's actually going to pick up a Doom. How do you actually feel Doom kind of work against Team Empire? We know what they like to generally draft. Basically, it's like 3 core with things like Lycan, Puck, and a Centaur, let's say in this case. And maybe 2 2 support heroes such as Dazzle and AA. Is Doom particularly good against that kind of lineup? Where Doom is actually good against every single individual target, but there's so many targets that you have to worry about?
I think Doom is good in situations where obviously it's good against 1 core, like for obvious reasons, you shut down the farm on the 1 hero. But let's assume that Empire are going to go with a heavy right-click oriented style, just because they already have a Centaur, which means that you're going to be able to get in close. You don't necessarily need an initiator when you have a Centaur. And you want a carry who, even if it gets doomed, still functions very well. So I don't know if it's necessarily going to be that good against Empire, because right now you potentially have, really in my eyes, only 2 Doom targets. I would never Doom the Centaur, like ever, right? Like even though Stampede's good, the likelihood of you getting a Doom off without a Blink Dagger is slim to none before he at least ults. And if he ults, then his job is pretty much done at that point.
Kind of like Venomancer.
Yeah. I mean, that's the same reason. I would either Doom Dazzle or Shadow Shaman to prevent Mass Serpent Wards, which are like the biggest teamfight utility right now that Empire have at their disposal. And then Doom the Dazzle to prevent Shallow Graves and just leave him alone. Like, you don't even have to kill him. Just like Doom, hit somebody else, right? Go for kills that way. So
I think in some essence, Dazzle is also very similar in the sense, if you get off his ult, like a big part of what he is designed to do is already done. One thing I've noticed about Team Empire is when they know they're going to try to take a fight, they weave themselves first. And they wait like 5 to 10 seconds to really take advantage of the full armor, and then they go in the fight. So
what Fnatic's doing here is they're actually going to get the aura on a Doom and have the Venge aura and the Luna aura
and a Wolf creep
and a Wolf, and they're just going to plow down towers.
They're going to hit unbelievably hard. It's basically. My one concern though is that they don't really have a lot of lockdown. They're going to rely actually on Empire coming to them, right? Yeah. So they set up their stationary like defense or offense depending on if they're pushing or not, which I assume Empire are going to put emphasis on that because they do have a Shadow Shaman. We'll assume it's a support for now, so probably leaning towards what I think Lumi originally said, or maybe it was you, Shane, where they just go with the off-lane Centaur and just be like, yeah, you're going to soak EXP, and then just Dazzle, Shadow Shaman together. Now, on the bright side, that means that Fnatic can pick a little bit of a greedy mid if they want to, because the potential for roaming, sure, it's there, but it's going to be hard for heroes like Shadow Shaman and Dazzle to roam effectively, because if you get level 1 Shackle, you have to be pretty damn close. It's almost like level 1 Burrow Strike on a Sand King, where it's just very, very difficult to make that gank actually happen. So maybe Fnatic can play it greedy enough to actually pull it out.
But do Team Empire need to roam? Because I'm looking if Team Empire wants to run a 2-1-2. Like you were talking about the weakness of a Luna lane, and now we know it's Luna Venge. Like there's no range in that. Yeah. If Team Empire wants to run like a Dazzle Centaur in that, I think the Dazzle Centaur wins that lane.
Yeah, they probably would actually.
Yeah, so I don't think you need to roam there. And Doom is like, what kind of laner is he? He's a very weak laner at that. If you put him mid, I think Puck's going to beat him up if you don't roam. If you roam against the Doom, he's just dead. I just think Team Empire, like one of the fear I have for Fnatic, they just draft very weak lanes. And I think they're going to just fall over in the laning stage.
Empire could also pick Slardar here. I think it's pretty good against like heroes like Doom and like Luna and stuff. Where
gives them more initiation too. Yeah, I like the Slardar idea. It's very solid. For Fnatic, I would just go like SF or something. Wow, Clockwork? Is that a mid Doom? I guess it is. I was going to say, like, they have a lineup right now that did kind of lack initiation, but the way the Empire functions is they're going to be going for jumps a lot, like Stampede, Mass Serpent Wards for pushing, and Dream Coil. You know the Empire have the ability to play aggressive, so one way to deal with that is just go a bunch of heroes that rush BKBs. Like Luna gets a fast BKB, SF gets a fast BKB, Doom can... I mean, maybe you don't want to do it on him, maybe you just go mech, which is still good enough, and then you just rely on, hey, we right-click really hard, come at us, you know what I mean? Like, I think that would have been equally viable, but no, Clockwork's going to be the pick, so... I'm guessing it's a mid-Doom, and then safe lane Luna with Venge, and then Empire Spectre. Last pick a Spectre, and I actually like that quite a bit. Just because being able to be anywhere on the map at any point in time, and you can bait out the Doom, then it's going to be really solid, I think, to be able to just go in, find the picks that you're looking for, especially after you get like a good Dream Coil. You can follow it up with that Haunt, and then gets pretty hairy if you're Fnatic. But everyone's taking their heroes now. We're inside of the game, first game of the day. And again, apologize for the delay, guys, but Steam was having some issues. And from the looks of things right now, it is going to be a safe lane Doom, and apparently Hani going mid on Luna, and he's going to be against the Puck, which I'm skeptical, man. I am skeptical.
I think you need Venge here as well. I just don't think...
Yeah, but what is Venge going to do? Like, if the Venge starts trading with the puck is still going to win.
I mean, well...
You can never stun the puck as well. He'll always dodge it with the Majigger.
This is the problem for me for Fnatic. Their lanes. Well, we'll see how they make of it. It's going to be a clash into the jungle, and Mag is just going in. He's got the boots first. He eats a tango and then runs back. All right, is he going to go in? You don't want to run into the cogs. You can see Trixie just stand in front like there's a cog being baited out, and then focusing on Trixie or No Tail. No Tail just loses a bunch of his HP.
That was really close. Pretty reckless there actually by Trixie to just casually throw out a cog when your teammate's on the wrong side of it. But quick thinking by No Tail, and he gets himself back to safety. So I would have went full greed if I was Fnatic. Like, safe lane the Luna, put the Doom in the jungle. The chance for roam on that hero is extremely low, given the way the Empire's lanes were. I actually think the Empire's greed is going to work out for them here.
Okay.
Especially because Spectre's one of them heroes that doesn't really need to worry about rotating. Like, as a carry hero, you can just press R and be there.
Yeah, no.
They're going to group up as 5 and try and push towers. And
yeah, I like Empire's draft better, like, just flat out.
But you think the greed for Fnatic is...
Well, I think they should have actually played it greedier. Like, they should have just gone Doom jungle, right, which is super greedy, safe lane Luna, which is equally as greedy, and then like mid and SF or something. Like heroes who need a lot of farm, sure, but Empire have to run into you, and you can rush BKB on 3 of the 5 heroes on your team and still do a significant amount of damage because of the way that your lineup functions. So you're basically waiting for them to make a mistake instead of you putting a bit of emphasis on yourself to make the early game work for you. Because a late game Spectre is going to eat this team alive.
Can they even punish the center top with a Doom Venge lane? Like,
that's
he just
why.
sits there.
That's why I disagree with like them not playing it greedy enough. Like they should have just went like full, I want to make money mode. I think. I don't know. Hard to say.
Yeah, I mean they're trading a farm on a Doom, and the most common build is a quick mech, which can actually matter quite a bit. I mean, if you look at Team Empire, they don't have something similar. So Fnatic could hit a pretty good timing where they start knocking down some tier 1 tower on the back of that mech. But we'll see. Centaur, you know, we know what he's going to get. He's going to get a quick blink and start wrecking havoc.
I think the Doom could go Vlad's in this case, if they're going for this all-in strategy.
Yeah, he will. He already has the Bassi, so I'm assuming that's going to be his choice. Maybe not first, but I think BKB is also going to be kind of a necessity for him and the Luna as well. Like, sure, you think Luna's always going to get a BKB, but I think, like, first item BKB. Because if you get stampeded on and you don't have a BKB against that lineup, Empire is going to just flatten you instantly. Like, you're not going to have a chance to react.
I think the other day we were talking about stampede damage. We were saying that...
with the Nyx, wasn't it? It was...
No, we're saying that if you stampede, let's say you're a team with, in this case, a puck, and the stampede is applied, and the puck runs into the Luna right now.
It's based off puck strength, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's based on Centaur strength. Okay. Because if you hover over stampede, it says releases allies to a vicious charge and each damage trample based on Warrunner's strength. So it's like reading over the tooltip.
But it's not just about the damage that it does, it's about the positional advantage. Yeah, it gives you such a huge edge in a fight. Like, I think that's why they picked Clockwork, just to make sure that the Stampede wasn't like an end-all be-all positional advantage for Empire every single engagement. But I don't think it's going to matter that much.
Run Mag.
Yeah, Mag's fine. He's got booties, man. He's good.
His brothers nearly stomped him there.
Yeah, the double Centaur here top, and Fly actually decides to go 1 point into wave before getting Vengeance Aura. Which, I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. I probably still would have gone the Aura first. Mag going to be forced to try to use a stun here. Net onto him. Double stun hits the Centaur and Era, both Vanscore also TPs here. Looks like Fnatic's not going to be able to get the first blood just yet, but they do have their eyes on this tower. I don't think they can get it this early, though.
Yeah, they have a glyph still available here on Team Empire, so I don't think they're too worried. Unfortunately, Mag is completely out of regen. He has 1 Tangos left, so he's going to be done for a while. But the coding here for Fnatic, if the push doesn't work, I mean, No Tail's going to back off in the jungle. They could even do a little bit of double roam action if they want, but they are roaming against a puck, which is going to be somewhat difficult.
Yeah, this is another case of one of those very static games where the movement is going to be minimal until the heroes on both sides of the map start hitting like 6, right? Like Puck needs 6 especially. And then you have Spectre hitting 6, and that's when you're going to start seeing the global presence come out, and Stampede comes up on Mag. That's when Empire are going to start actually trying to make stuff happen.
Or when one of them get a Blink Dagger as well, it's going to make a big impact.
Yeah, for sure. I think they actually could have killed Trixie right there if they went for a Shackle. There's a 1 point of Desolate right now, and Trixie was quite low, but Looks like Always Want to Fly did not feel the same way.
What happens if you power cogs and Spectre tries to run in with the dagger? Oh.
You still get bounced off. Mag, top lane, quite low right now. Trying to make it back to the tower. One more auto attack from Fly, and he manages to get the kill. Looks like Vanscore was a little bit tardy to the party. Big heal on the creep wave, does some damage to Fly.
Yeah, so I want to point out that Fly is going for 2 points to his Wave of Terror instead of the standard maxing the stun. This is kind of what you want to do if you're going for aura-based strat. You just leave your stun at 1 and take up all your auras. Ooh.
Oh, nice cog by Trixie. He's got a TP though. Like I Always Want to Fly is going to be forced to use it. I think that's a little bit of a bummer for him, but hey.
I mean, he could be
worse.
A jungle farmer.
Could be worse.
He's actually like farming.
He's going to abuse it, man. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to get a free centaur kill. Joke's on you, bud.
Luna, please.
Well, now he can't TP, and now he might just be dead. But no, silence over here.
He ate the tango, and now he's in there.
Oh, now he wants to TP away. That was so close. That was so close. You know, if Hani had just stayed in the low ground, I think the Centaur would have queued a stomp and stopped the TP.
Or let Clockwork give him vision.
Yeah.
Well.
That was like... That was really weird.
Yeah, that was.
That's some clowny Dota. Interestingly enough, though, like Silent, even missing that farm to try to cut his friend out of the trees, he's still leading the CS right now, 31-9. Next highest is Resolution on his team, and I gotta hand it to Hani. I actually thought this lane would be not so favorable for Luna just because of the simple harass damage he would take, but he's doing a nice job.
And even rotated bottom as well.
Yeah. Not too bad.
I mean, I'm still not a big fan of this lane because I feel like at Resolution at this point he's just free farming. And I think he would even skip his treads in this case. He's going to go just straight blink. And once the blink comes up, I'm not sure what Fnatic is going to have to deal with that.
Oh, top lane. Fly wants to get in range for stun. So close. Not quite.
And here comes that push again. 2 Centaur. This time they have a Venge Aura. This Venge is level 5 already. Where is she finding all this level?
First blood.
The first blood helped, but she's level 5.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Yeah.
She is extremely level. So it is, like I was saying, it is a greedy lane, but I think Fnatic, like having this kind of a lineup where they can just go for towers and already having a wolf creep, by the way.
Yeah, how did he find
it? Which is huge.
Yeah.
This push becomes a heck of a lot scarier.
They're going to go for tier 2. I mean, that's going to force the puck to rotate. That's one dangerous thing to have to keep in mind, but you can see that Fly's just running in, threatening for the stun. The Centaur standing in the front line. It'll time out. But yeah, when everybody's standing around each other, they're getting like almost free plus 35 to 40 damage.
Yeah, like 50% extra damage.
This is insane.
It's a new meta, man. Pick Doom, get a wolf in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah. Win.
Not if you're me. I mean, if you're me, you don't get a wolf until like 45 minutes in because they just don't spawn.
Or one of your teammates has fucking radiance and like burns it to death, and you're like, no, please, no.
I've actually had that happen before. I don't want to talk about it. It was bad.
I was playing Chen the other day, and some fella kept on robbing all my trolls. I was so mad. They're my favorite baby to get as Chen. Like, I just love the trolls. They're awesome.
Yeah. Trolls are good. But just speaking on that experience advantage right now that Fnatic have, especially in terms of supports, like Always Want to Fly is level 3 still.
Yeah. I mean, Always Want to
Vanscore
Fly
is 4, but
got pushed up to, you know, a ramp. And Vanscore has been helping out by rotating up top. Yeah, they're not getting much.
Spectre's getting all this experience on his own, like solo experience.
yeah, but the experience for the Spectre I don't really think is as valued as just having the free farm itself. And from the looks of things, Silent's actually going to be going Vanguard first, so there's going to be not a huge opportunity, but there's going to be some window where Silent's teamfight presence is still going to feel a little bit meh. Sure, he's going max dagger, max desolate, which is a reasonable amount of damage, but I'm not really feeling the go safe build in this scenario when you know that the rotations coming out for Fnatic are pretty much going to be non-existent. Maybe he just thinks he needs the Vanguard to fight.
Yeah, I think so. But they're going to get a gank up top here against Mag. Mag's going to eat a Magic Missile. We're going to see Enchant, a clap on top. Well, actually, we're seeing Enchant. There's going to be Grave, and TP's coming in. Stampede's going to get used, and they're out of there. But it's a puck teleporting in. No, it's going to be Always Want to Fly, and that'll be the end of the engage.
He just got
hit
the...
6.
Yeah, it was so close.
He was 27 experience over level 6.
Do you think he actually needed the Stampede? I mean, if they really were worried about him, they could even send the Haunt in with Silent. But
yeah, they probably didn't need it in all actuality. Oh, Resolution's going to spot the courier.
He has
wants
double damage, I think.
He wants it. Oh, why did it stop? Oh, they baited it. They're going to doom him. Are they actually going to be able to kill him? No, there's no Scorched Earth right now on Doom for another 10 seconds. And always want to fly, or excuse me, Fly can't get in range.
Oh, they have enchant on him. He should be dead. He's shooting the magic missile, but there's a beam. Night range.
I don't think that's worth it, man. Losing your courier is not worth killing one hero.
I agree. Especially when you had to use Doom and 4 heroes to get it.
Yeah, and especially when he was dragging you away from being able to counter push any lanes while he was dying. So, yeah. Not great.
Yeah, I think the whole Vanguard idea on Silent is not really afraid of the ganks incoming. I think, like, seeing how scary the aura is coming out from Fnatic, he just wants some HP.
Like, them Doom right clicks hurt so much.
I mean, everybody's right click's gonna hurt a lot. This is actually very reminiscent of the draft that C9 had against Alliance in their head-to-head. When I think Envy was playing Doom, they had Bone 7 playing Beastmaster, and I think they had a couple of other aura heroes, like Chen was picked for Aoi. So this is a very similar strategy. And we see Resolution.
Trixie.
Trixie's like...
He's so dead. Uh-oh. There's 2 behind him, though. On the side of Fnatic, can they actually react fast enough? They're going to swap him out of the orbit. Doesn't do damage. 3-mag coil coming out from Resolution. Trixie's still alive. He panic cogs and traps a few of his teammates in there. Here comes the Eclipse from Hani. It's going to be a double kill for Silent. He gets Grave. He might be able to TP out. Actually gets canceled by a Lucent Beam. And it's a 2-for-1 trade right now. Can No Tail get another one? He's level 7 right now, and yeah, he's definitely going to get that. Hani actually picks up the kill. What was that cog? Trixie, please.
That was actually...
that was a huge panic cog.
Suspect cog. But it looks like Puck's gonna come around Resolution looking for that kill. The orb is gonna clip, and really nicely played by Resolution. I thought he was gonna miss the orb.
But in the end, she tired.
That's my boy, man.
Yep.
Getting points. Wow, is a courier kill worth points? It kind of has to be, right? Oh, always want to fly. He's doomed. He's not having a great time.
He's dead.
Yeah,
look at the wolf right click.
That damage.
Yeah,
that
crazy
damage. Jeez.
You know, I was saying that Fnatic's got the suspect lanes, but they made it all work. They destroyed a tier 1 tower. Fly somehow got more levels than he ever had in other games. Because Fly is always like level 3 walking around whenever I look at him, but he's doing stuff. We saw the swap being big in terms of saving Trixie in the bot lane and converting into more. And none of the Empire heroes are really far. Mag is close to that blink, and I think that's key.
Era going for like the hand of Midas and the drums is pretty huge as well. Like,
okay, Shay, I'm gonna cut you off real fast because I just saw something small and it just blew my brain. Mag is CSing with Tranquil boots, but before he gets a CS, he drops the Tranquil.
Drops them, yeah. So
get the CS, picks it back up so he doesn't lose the Tranquil region. Holy shit, I'm gonna be doing that all day long in my pub game.
Well, speaking of
next level,
something that we're going to do all day long, if we're Empire, we're pushing.
Yep.
Now that we have Always Want to Fly at level 6, Era, oh, the coil. They're going to get the tower denied, though. Era, maybe hashtag worth a swap onto him as well. He's still alive. The orb going through Grave onto Mag. Looks like Fly is going to be the first one to go down, and No Tail as well. And they're going to get Trixie on top of everything else. So it's a 3-for-1. Resolution ends up going down. The tower gets denied. Is it worth it? I don't know, man.
I don't think it's actually worth it. But it's as close as you can possibly.
Haunt in. Diving inside the tier 4s. Why the hell not? Silent just going for the big plays. He's got a TP, man.
Oh, the
he
beam.
needs to juke Hani, though.
The beam's going to cancel
He doesn't have mana.
Oh.
He doesn't have mana. Click on him. He knows.
He knows.
He's out. The flare missed.
Holy shit.
Is under attack.
What a play.
I like that dive. You don't make that dive without the Vanguard, though.
What a play. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Good stuff by Silent. Silent also has a Orb of Venom, which I don't want to say it's common, but it's like a nice addition, I suppose, when you're diving like that, I guess.
Well, the thing about Dagger is that it's only an 18% snare. So if you stack the Orb of Venom on top of that, then it's 30%. Yeah, but you're still getting the 18% move speed on top of that slow. So you're almost moving 50% faster than the person that you've thrown a dagger at, which
it's base movement speed
is pretty notienoable.
Like it's from 300, isn't it?
What, dagger? I think it's just like normal.
Your movement speed. Well, you could combine it with phase and everything else.
Yeah.
So. You're moving fast.
Pretty darn fast.
It looks like Fnatic's actually hovering around Roshan. That's one of the advantage of this particular lineup. When you have the quick auras and quick damage, let's all hover up and see how much damage y'all right clicking for. They need the Luna here, though. Luna's right now de-warding. All right. She's joining the fray. Damage check. Yeah. Plus 56 on Venge. Plus 70 on Doom. Jesus Christ.
I think when the BKBs come out after the Sages, Fnatic is going to be pretty much the strongest. You know, this is... they're going to stampede in. There's a blink forward as well. No Tail goes down pretty much immediately. Hani's going to be quick to follow. Empire with the massive initiation potential. Grave on Always Want to Fly. Mass Serpent Ward's even dropping the pit. And Fnatic just get evaporated in the matter of seconds. couldn't even call how fast they were dying.
And Puck gets the Aegis.
Yep. Gets a Aegis, gets a Blink Dagger.
Oh boy. It ain't great.
Nope.
That's what I was talking about, though. Like, if you don't have a BKB against that, you really do just die instantly.
You know what they needed very badly is a cog right in front
Outside
of everything.
of the pit. Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly where Trixie was, but he was not in front of the pit, and the team just died.
Yep.
The Centaur, like, ulti is so good for just getting everyone in position. Right where
Was
you want.
everyone in the pit there? Like, every single person from Fnatic was in,
I think
right?
closer, maybe one or two were like at the ramp next to it, but
Man, they just died so fast.
I just don't think Fnatic expected that kind of initiation at that speed. What they also did was Silent Daggered in with the Stampede movement speed, so he was just going over cliffs with the dagger, and he just ran straight in, and everybody saw the Spectre coming. They couldn't do a thing to it, and they just ran. And trying to run against this team is suicidal.
Yeah, I don't think you run away from Empire. Like, I don't think that's actually possible. And I mean, in terms of the supports, the shoe is now on the other foot, man. Always on Fly is level 9. Like, after those engagements, and Vanscore, sure, he's level 7, which isn't spectacular, but he's certainly doing a lot better comparatively than what he used to be doing. And you could see the spike up in the graphs. It's like after that fight, especially Empire looking to be in a really, really good position. And they're going to find Fly, who wanted to stack some Ancients. Maybe not so worth right now. They're even going to pop the Stampede to make sure they get the kill. Now they want to dive on Trixie.
Trixie cock TP.
I don't think they can help him, man. He's trying to TP away. I don't think they saw him. It is nighttime.
Okay. Oh, they'll just get themselves a tier 1. Pretty good trade. And it's getting worse because Blink Dagger is going to get picked up on Mag. He already has it, excuse me. We're going to see Shadow Shaman being played by Always Wanna Fly. He's close to his Blink.
Yeah.
Once you get triple
He'll have
Blink.
it after this, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Silent has a built-in Blink on his Spectre. So 4 Blinks, I guess, on Team Empire. How do you deal with that?
Pretty scary.
I just feel like the BKBs needed to be up before they took that big of a risk. You know what I mean? Like
And the Roshan pit.
Yeah, Luna and Era need BKBs to live. It's just simply put, they absolutely need them. And then, of course, he said Trixie being in a better position would have helped, so he gets a better defensive cog to keep the supports alive. Because Enchantress, unlike Chen, and Enchantress isn't a hero who is useless after the first few seconds of a fight, you know? Like, you're not just done once you mech and Hand of God, you actually do a lot of damage. Because Impetus is pretty much, you know, it's a decent ability, right? So if he dies really fast, it's actually a big deal for Fnatic.
Yeah.
Because the hero's damage output no longer being there means that heroes to kill like Spectre and the Centaur take significantly longer to bring down. And if you need to last that long, you need BKBs.
They keep on focusing Enchantress as well in all these team fights. Like.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, the hero has 500 life. Like,
Yeah.
587 life at
It's a
16
stomp
minutes.
and a...
Resolution will instantly kill him with just a combo.
No, the Centaur.
the Centaur can too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's getting worse because Resolution is going for Dagon. And once he has that finish, this Enchantress rip.
It's going to be pain. A whole heck of a lot of pain. As if they weren't already in enough.
Do you think going Hand of Midas was the right choice on Doombear?
Well, I think a mech might have been better.
This is what I'm saying, man. These guys just love their Midases, and this is a key example of a mech being much more effective. But hey, if you go 45 minutes,
Silent.
that
Nah, he's
Midas
okay.
is gonna pay off.
He's grand, as you would say. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, let's theorize here for a second. If you had a level 11 SF, I think Luna was 11 when they took that Roshan fight, and the SF had a BKB because he didn't buy drums, would they have actually done any better in that fight? I don't know, man. It's hard to say.
If he get off his ult, I mean, I think they still lose a fight, but they won't lose that many people.
Yeah, maybe.
Jesus.
I don't know what you're doing.
Sorry.
You're just like making this really awkward for me.
I got this pillow instead of the toilet paper. It's working out way better.
Yeah, I understand.
Well, Empire is able to take down Tier 1 without any... Well, they even use a glyph for this. They're going to trade for Tier 1s. Immediate Empire rotation is going to come in. You got to be careful if you're Fnatic, because 3 or 4 Blink Daggers
And Spectre.
online. Yeah, you run.
Resolution DD.
Oh, here comes the Stampede. He sees
Oh,
No
no
Tail.
Tail's
No
dead.
Tail gets blinked. You're talking about his HP, the double damage. He's not done. He's orbing forward. He's looking for more. These illusions they find. And you see Fly in the jungle. He's dead. They're not done, though. They see the Luna galloping away.
Blink in 1 second. He can blink forward. He can land the coil. He's in range. Maybe not.
Base Luna MS.
Too strong.
She's
I think he actually could have coiled, but I think maybe he was assuming the rest of his team was too far.
Yep. Well, Tier 1 denied. Empire is just holding on to that lead. Like, so if we're talking about this game, what is Empire that's doing really well? Like, they actually fell behind early, right? Fnatic was able to do a lot of
I don't think they fell behind. Because here's the thing, right? Like, if you're trading farm between a Spectre and a Luna, usually, well, not even just the Luna, but like the Luna and the Doom is not a hard carry in the sense that he can just 1v5 your team. He's an anti-carry, right?
Yeah.
So classifying him as a 1 is, like, the way that he plays is not conventional to what, like, a hero like Spectre would play as. And like Shane was mentioning, you can play as greedy as you want with Spectre because you can be anywhere and be anywhere at the same time.
Okay.
So anytime you want to go to a fight,
Radiance.
you don't have to actually be there. Yeah, and it's a 19-minute Radiance Vanguard for Silent. So in that sense, I think that Fnatic kind of had to have already, you know, put enough pressure on the map to win the game by now.
But
I
here's
think
the thing,
where
though.
they needed to be.
I don't think they won that Roshan engagement because of Spectre, though.
No, they won the engagement because their draft is better.
Yeah.
Like,
to
I
me, it
think
was
their team
everybody
is better.
else. So is that where they just are insane? Just drafting
Yeah,
well?
because they can 4v5. They're going to spot resolution, but they're not going to get anything out of this.
Yeah.
He's able to jaunt to his orb. That reaction was really damn fast.
And he has such a high level of jaunt as well. If it was only like level 1 or 2, he'd be so dead.
Yeah, he might just be dead. But here comes the entire team, Empire. They're going to go right into War Trap's going to go on Fly. Fly's going to get shackled on the back line. He's going to be dead for sure. But there is a Doom on Silent. Silent, though, he's running around using that Radiance for No-Tail, doing a ton of damage. The two people fighting back and forth. There's a Grave, and No-Tail now being surrounded by all people, and he's also dead.
Oh my god, he's really gonna he's not gonna die.
Yep.
Silent's still alive.
Yeah, Resolution's on the chase still. He's gonna hunt back in to apply a little bit of damage. Era, he's very, very tanky. He does have 7 magic wand charge. Here comes the Silent, and Mag's gonna just ruin the party.
He's got a blink in 3 seconds.
Ka-dunk.
Oh man, he's stopping the blink right now with Scorched Earth.
Yeah.
Mag has to stop chasing. He has to stop and then blink forward. Oh, Resolution just blinks into trees. There we go. Mag got him.
So Doom actually cancels Radiance, like it turns it off and you can't use it? That's what happened that way.
Yeah. Turns off everything, man.
Yeah, all your items are muted.
It's like, have fun with your glowing sword, nerd. Just kidding. But yeah, that was crazy. The fact they didn't even kill Silent is like...
Wait. Does it turn off Aura as well? I mean, obviously that's what happened because Radiance is an Aura. But let's see if you have a
I don't know.
Vlad's and you Doom, do you lose a Vlad's Aura? That sounds...
You don't get things like Feast anymore, right?
All your
You
items
used
are
to get Feast in Dota 1.
Yeah, but they nerfed it. They made it so like before, a bad ulti wouldn't proc and you would get Feast, but you couldn't abandon ulti. Then they patched it. It's like now you can't Feast, but a bad ulti can go off.
Why do they keep doing this?
I don't know,
like,
dude.
I think it had something to do with Legion Commander, to be honest. Because it's the same
Yeah,
mechanic.
fuck that hero. No, it's the lifesteal mechanic from Moment of Courage, I think, that they were messing with, or something. I don't know.
It was also the dual mechanic is kind of the same as Doom in certain ways as well, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the duel. Yeah.
You know, on those tooltips when you play in games, they should just like have a page of things that you could do.
If there was an
and not
advanced
do.
tooltip that was that advanced, it would cover the whole damn screen.
Hey, you know, just
It's like, this is how this interacts
I'm
with
just
this.
saying, have
Graphs
that
and all this
information in the
crazy
game.
shit.
Have that information in the game. Why not?
I think you should have it as well, or at least on
Like for the
Have it
people
be
that care.
accessible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like this last page in the thing, like, don't look here unless you want to know
It's
everything.
like, oh, by the way, Doom does not stop this, this, and this. Oh, it disables this. But don't expect it to do this. What a game.
Well, actually, no game in the world does that. That's why people write guides. Please, we need a Doom guide. I'm sure it exists somewhere.
Oh, it's on the mechanics forum somewhere.
I mean, again,
Like how it interacts with everything.
it's changed and
Yeah, it's changed so much and stuff, yeah.
All right, so my question is, do Fnatic actually have the capability of coming back? My gut is no, because Empire actually have a team who is very capable of cracking the base with things like Mass Serpent Ward, a Spectre who is ridiculously farmed at this point in the game, and they have pretty much assumed all map control. Like, Silent's just able to farm by himself near the bottom tier 2. Sure, he's going to be forced to back off now, but the reaction from Fnatic has to be huge now. They have to send like 3 or 4 heroes to every single lane just to remain, well, I wouldn't even say safe, just to make themselves feel safe, because in reality, if Empire are there, they're not safe.
yeah. In all of these team fights that we've seen, I think it has been 2 or 3. What happens is Hunt comes out, Fnatic all run and scatter in different directions. If the fights keep going like that, there's no way in hell they'll win, because they'll just keep getting chased and they die.
Yeah,
What
there's
needs
so
to
much
happen
chase.
for Fnatic is that they actually decide to take a fight. They need BKB up on the Doom as well as Luna, and Trixie to actually cog 1 or 2 people. Either just have a defensive cog and push them back and then re-engage, or hook it and cog 2 or 3. Like, they need to decide to take fights, but I just don't think they're strong enough. Even with the 2 BKBs up, I don't think they're strong enough.
Do you think having the 4 levels in Rocket Flare is what they need right now?
Well, here
Haunt
comes
in.
the Haunt. Yeah, Trixie, well,
See you later.
he needs to stay in the front, but not like that.
Yeah, do you think having the 4 levels in Rocket Flare instead of the Barrage is a good idea?
I don't think it matters, honestly. Like, I don't think the skill build of the Clockwork is really why they're at this point in the game.
Yeah, I'm just
because
small things.
if
I actually think this is a better skill build for what's happening right now, though, because you just need to counter push. Yeah.
I think the biggest problem is that he realized that the supports that they have, like, they're pretty much never going to split up. Like, Vanscore and Always on the Fly have been together pretty much the entire game, except for when Vanscore TP top to stop a dive on Mag. That was like the only time they separated, right? So normally you max Battery Assault in situations where you know that the supports are going to be isolated from each other, and that's not the case this game. Like, Empire have good enough, at least 4-man Dota, because obviously Silent's never going to be with the team, good enough 4-man to warrant just sticking together and just pushing towers. So maxing Battery Assault in that situation and hoping for a good fight where you can manage to cog one person, which is like what Lumi said, you actually want to get like 2 or 3 just so you can stop them from having free reign with Stampede. It just doesn't synergize well with what they need to do with their team. So I don't know. I think the Clockwork pick was just, like, I understand why they picked it, but they haven't made it work the way that they wanted to make it work.
Yes, Cog actually helped Team Empire in that previous Cog when Trixie kind of panic Cog. It worked out fine. He survived and they got a couple of kills, but
yeah.
Who wins super late game against Spectre and Luna? Like,
I don't think there will be a super late game.
Spectre would win, but not because the heroes are necessarily, like, I'm not talking a sole 1v1. I'm talking because the haunt from the Spectre is going to damn near kill your supports by the time it gets that late. Like,
I mean, I think they will kill them right now, like with the Radiance and
with the farm that they have. Sure, there are circumstances where if the supports are more farmed and they have like Ghost Scepters, it's not that bad. But because they're so under-farmed, the Spectre becomes just way scarier, right? Like, you see a haunt, you're like, oh shit, we gotta run. You know, it's like we can't do anything about it.
So Lumi, what do you do if you're Fnatic here? You're a fly. What do you tell the boys? What's the game plan?
We're in for the long haul.
Yeah.
Wait until the Luna and the Doom get 6 items, which at this pace is going to take a very long time.
Like, this happens too often than I would like to admit it in pub games, but I always say, guys, I think we need to farm for 40 more minutes, because that's you're not going to win in the next 40 minutes. You got to go 79, boys.
Yeah. I mean, there's 2 arguments to it, right? Like, the first argument is saying that Empire are going to assume map control for so long that even delaying the game shouldn't help. But you also have to factor in human error, right? So say it gets to like 50 minutes in, you lose a fight. Then suddenly that fight becomes much more meaningful because there's more items, you can take more for the time investment of the fight. Like, say you can push maybe 2 towers instead of 1. Yeah.
This is the fight.
They're going to catch out Silent.
Yep,
He's going to get hook shot. All he has to do is get stampeded. And he's just going to casually walk away and hook shots down. So they have no way of catching him.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of whether Trixie popped the Cog or not, because of Dagger, he's going to just walk out of it.
Yeah.
Could have delayed it a little bit further, but meanwhile, though, Team Empire is going to do more stuff. Take Silent tier 2 on the bot lane, and is
they have wards up as well.
Knocking on high ground. Yeah, with the wards, they're going to get this Rax, I think.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Haunt is still online.
Glyph's up too for Fnatic, so this is it, man. This is their last stand. I think if this Rax goes down, they just GG. Like, really, how are you going to come back from a lane being dead?
They're actually killing the wards. Look at Fly. He's just like one-hitting these...
That damage, man.
Yeah. Oh, here comes the initiation. Matt gets 2, and the Haunt comes in. Always Wanna Fly comes in with a Hex as well as a Shackle. They're going to go on Hani. Hani pops a BKB. All the BKB are popped, and they actually kill Always Wanna Fly. On the back line here, they defend against Silent. Silent gets doomed. The Grave goes on him. He's still alive. He's not going to man up, though. He's trying to run. Vanscore is also running. He dies. The Team Empire is just falling apart, and Fnatic makes a big hold. Mac trying to blink away, and he does. And that should be the end of the engage.
Them BKBs doing work in that fight.
I'm completely surprised.
That was super overconfidence from Empire. Like, they dove. Like, they didn't even... There was only like 1 support in the back hitting. Oh, what a stomp. They get the silence on 3 after the fact. Now it's just full panic mode. Dagon on Hani. Arrow wants to get the hell out of here. Is the stomp going to be in time? Eric gets out. What a TP. Okay, so...
Take it all back.
The re-confidence re-engage.
Yeah, the confidence re-goose. But no, like, Silent and Mag both just jumped behind the tower. They didn't need to do that.
No.
Like, they could have very easily just slow sieged it. They already forced out the glyph. They had the Mass Serpent wards down. Just wait. Like, make Fnatic come to you.
With the wards were dying, maybe they were panicking. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
I don't think they were panicking, really.
I mean, if you lose the wards, you lose the ward. You don't lose... Oh, is it the Doom gonna come?
He's got the orb still. He can orb away.
Rise in my presence.
There we go, and he's fine. Yep, nice pipe timing from Mag. 2 more Dagons there on resolution, so that's a Dagon 5 now.
I've got a question about the pipe and the Blink Dagger. if you pipe before, does the blink dagger never go on cooldown?
No, it does. If even absorb damage stops blink.
Okay.
So like if you have pipe or anything like that that absorbs damage, you still.
The best example for that is if you have TA refractions on and you take damage.
It still breaks your blink.
Yeah, it still breaks your blink, even though you don't take any damage because refraction blocks it. So, for TA players out there.
TIL.
You know, once upon a time, damage didn't break blink.
I remember that actually.
And you could just blink whenever.
Once upon a time.
And it was super annoying to try to kill anybody because everyone would go blink daggers.
You know, Andy, you say clowny Dota a lot. I think
that was the clowniest
That is
Dota.
clowny Dota.
When I used to play Dota, like at the very start, everyone used to just pick Troll Warlord and get a Basher, and you just you couldn't do anything.
And multiple bashers at that, because they used to stack.
And they didn't have a cooldown as well.
All right, so Empire, they've got their eyes on Roshan, and a heart now picked up on Silent. If he gets a heart and Aegis, I dare say even if they dive, they would still be able to win the fight.
Yeah. I mean, right now they've been graving the Spectre 2 fights in a row, and they've been dealing with Spectre through that. Like, Spectre is just forced to run. I think with a heart, you know, the shoes on the other foot.
Well, let's consider the positioning that Silent was in last time. Like, he was behind the tier 3.
Past the racks.
Yeah, like past the barracks, standing by a couple of huts and like 3 members of Fnatic, and then he got doomed. Like, that's where he got doomed. He didn't get doomed because he was attacking the tower. He got doomed because he was way in there.
And this fight, positional-wise, looks pretty good for Fnatic. I mean, I think.
Really?
I think if Fnatic, even if they get the jump, like, what are they going to hook shot into mass serpent wards?
Really
like, how are they going to fight that?
They need to get the Doom up closer so we can Doom someone important.
If they need to hook anybody, it's either Vanscore or always want to fly in the back and fight away from the wards. But the problem is, like...
I mean, they're going to give up Aegis.
Yeah, I mean, the Roshan's going to die no matter what. So, I'm not entirely sure what the game plan is from Fnatic, but they got to make something happen here.
Scare tactics, perhaps. Just throw enough nukes that Empire might back off.
Got a hookshot Vanscore, man. That's it. Oh man, he's got an invis. Oh, this is so unfortunate. No. They're going to find Arrow right away. Maybe he won't even be able to get his Doom off. No Tail immediately dies to Resolution. The Eclipse and a Coil hitting on 3 on the high ground, and Fnatic just do not seem to have anything to stand against the onslaught that is Empire right now. Hani just has to run away with his BKB on. Arrow bought back. So did No Tail. They want to try to go for the Regoose. Resolution just casually walks into a Doom. Vanscore can't get the Grave off, and Silent and Mag in the meantime are securing themselves the late game. The TP away with the Grave on as well, and Hani DCs. So, Resolution sacrificing himself for the greater good, I guess.
What a dude.
I mean,
Aegis secured?
I don't know if he was lagging or he's like, take me.
Like, he didn't need to do that.
Roshan.
He didn't need to do that to get the Aegis.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Doom absorbed.
Like,
some questionable plays.
Yeah. I just want to say that I find it really funny because normally when we're casting, the lights are off.
I was about to say the same
Production
thing.
keep turning them on because when they pause.
No.
They've
or
been
they
turning
think the game
on.
is over. Right, but it could be both because if they pause and they cut too, right? Like they cut to us in the studio.
This is the first pause.
No,
but the light's been on
it's a second pause.
Second pause.
A second pause?
And they just turn it back on.
I feel like whenever there's a team fight that's going really bad for Fnatic, the light comes on. I'm like, oh man, GG's coming soon.
When they put when they had the Roche fight, the lights went on. So there's some dude in production.
He's like, this is over.
Yeah, he just has this switch. And he's like...
It's probably Wet Boss.
Probably.
He's always an early GG'er. Then again, I am too. I GG at like 8 minutes into the game. Like,
I noticed.
And then most of the time I actually win when I do that.
No, I was watching a stream the other day. You were calling GG like 10 minutes in, and then you guys played for 40 minutes and you started winning.
Yeah,
like
was
really,
Mirana,
really
right?
hard. And then you lost the game. It's like, oh, hope is...
Was that when
Hope
Weapus
fake.
was playing...
yeah, it's a Mirana game.
No, that Mirana game we won.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because I.
Oh no! You dropped the rapier. They picked it up, and then he just walked up to you, and he got killed.
I bought back, and we killed him in our base. And
You're
I
like,
got the rapier back.
And
Yeah, it was a bait.
It was a bay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I was 27-4 that game.
50-1.
Yeah, but you picked Ember against a Meepo.
That just doesn't count.
No.
Against a Meepo.
50-1.
And you probably well camped like 30 of those kills.
Like 5.
All right, whatever.
I had to get to it.
Had to get to the solid
Well,
5.
camp is such a a douchebag.
Oh, it is.
It's a
definitely.
scummy move.
Yeah.
But you're allowed one douchebag thing a week.
Is that how it works? It's
Yeah,
like you can say one
I think I've
word.
overused my douchebags.
There's like a committee that like meet each other.
I see.
It's like you can only be this much of a dick during your games. I'm like way up here. I'm just like off the charts.
I'm always really, really nice.
Yeah, no.
No, actually, Andy,
It's
when you
creepy.
play Dota, you're like, you're not douchebag to your teammates.
I'm
are you?
surly.
You're sarcastic. You're
I'm
sarcastic.
passive-aggressive.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good.
Yeah, passive aggressive.
Yeah.
But it's always kind of. I can tell you're laughing when you're saying it, but not on the outside.
You mean the inside?
What's cracking?
Yeah. I think there's some problems with Honey staying connected to the game, so they're like, you know.
Okay, we're gonna try one more
back.
time, and
One
the
more?
game is
Yeah.
coming back in.
All right. So
2 buybacks on Doom and No Tail.
yeah, I mean the buybacks were kind of necessary because otherwise they just would have lost the racks. But there's no Mass Serpent Ward, so it's going to be a while before Empire push. Probably just going to wait on Resolution to be alive again. And in the meantime, just do whatever you want.
Yeah,
And
but
high DCs again.
It's like you said. Once we have
Empire is such nice guys. Look at them.
Yeah. But let's be honest for a second, okay? It's 28 to 10. It's 30 minutes in. You have an exposed Rax. You have no glyph, and there's like a 2% chance that you're going to win.
are you saying they're going to?
Do you let the game be paused for like 10 minutes just to let one person reconnect?
Oh, if you're
Like
if you're Team Empire.
Empire super mannered them the other day. Like
Was it
super
this-
mannered.
these
Wait,
two
it was
teams?
it was this matchup. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Empire Fnatic, and they're like, no, we'll take the loss.
Yeah.
Isn't it Fnatic's turn
To say
The shoe is on
to
the
say,
other-
okay, we probably lost this game?
yeah. No, yeah.
What's what's the graphs looking at?
I think so.
Give us a go.
All right, let's.
But they
Wait,
did win
that's
that
not
one fight though.
Oh Jesus!
It's looking a little bit grim.
Yeah.
They did win that one fight.
Did they win that fight?
What fight did they win?
They
Remember,
re-goosed them.
They
at Roche.
re-goosed and then they got killed. Right,
but
that
that's
was a
not
one
a
fight.
win.
That was a one fight. You killed the Spectre, right?
I don't know, man.
That's a one fight.
I
in my
don't
book. You
think,
killed the
I don't think
Spectre,
they can
guys.
win, man. I don't think
You
they can
defended
win.
the base and
Did
you
you
killed the
press
Spectre.
the graph button?
I did. I saw over there.
It's pretty rough.
It is. pretty
You know
rough.
math.
Yes. That is a
realize-
big number, man.
That is a big ass number,
That's a
right?
big
You
ass
could
number.
not cycle up that hill. That's all I'm saying.
You can.
It would be really fucking hard.
Yeah.
It's not one of those.
I don't have the kind of gears for that kind of thing. You know. what
You
I
need
mean?
like one of those, 12 speeds or 13
Yeah,
speed
yeah.
bikes where you set the resistance so low that you like pedal 700 times and you're still like going backwards.
Your heart is like falling out of your mouth because you're so
Yeah.
exhausted. Like.
I'm trying so hard to get up this hill. It's just not working out.
Yeah, and honestly, Aegis on the Heart Spectre is
Yeah. It's what? Not looking.
I mean, I'm not even saying it to be like an ass. I'm just like,
Yeah.
can they win? Because I don't think they can.
You never know. I think you never know.
If they go like
okay, they're no racks
full
down,
ham, dive inside of the base, go
which
in the well.
which they did before.
Yeah, but no, I mean like this time they would actually have to dive harder than that. Like they would have to dive tier 4s and go into the well and bathe in it for them to come back.
Okay. Well, maybe.
Hey, since there's this time to shoot the shit, because nothing's happening, right?
All right.
What do you call a term when you talk about something that you do? So, for example,
Describing.
no, like a commentator talking about the subject of commentating, or an artist drawing about something, a topic about artists. Is there a term for that?
I think it's just like.
Or you're not?
I don't think there's a specific word for it. Maybe there is. I mean, actually, I'm sure there is.
Okay.
But I don't know it.
I'm not a wordsmith.
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
I don't know what I'm talking about, but what I'm trying to lead into this discussion is when you go through commentating school. We all been
Right.
through commentating school, and he's
Except for him.
Have
He hasn't
he's
graduated
going
yet.
through it right now. He's going through it right now.
I never got the memo about this thing.
So one thing you're always supposed to do is never call GG
Right.
to hype the excitement. Right?
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
keep
yes,
it in.
yes.
Hold on a second.
And you need to work on that.
So do I get like? Can I
Okay,
win?
You
I
got
give
GG
people-
9 minutes. You got GG during draft.
give people. No, I didn't. I didn't call GG during the draft.
Sometimes you do.
I said I think the Empire is like. I said they had a better team.
Okay.
That's what I said.
All right.
Which I think is fair.
Yeah.
That's not saying like GG.
I'm
but
not saying this time.
I'm giving the viewership the benefit of the doubt of saying they know enough to know that I know. Then not saying the game is over doesn't mean the game is not over. You know
Right.
what I mean?
But
Like,
TI4,
I'm saying
at TI4 you shouldn't do that.
no. I'm not going to do it at TI.
Okay.
But I'm going to look at this game and go, it's 28 to 10 and 30 minutes in, and there's a 20,000
goal
gold
lead.
experience lead.
Okay.
This team's probably not going to win.
Yeah,
I think that's a fair
I agree.
assessment.
But in commentating
You know
school,
what? Toby told you that, didn't he?
No.
He didn't?
No.
He told me that, like way back, like when I first started commentary.
Okay.
'Cause
Because you're not supposed to call GG. Like for the viewers out there. Like if you want to be a commentator, you're not supposed to call GG.
You're not supposed to, right?
Right.
But
But you do
I
it, and
find
you're a
it-
commentator.
No, I find it really, really hard to not do that.
yeah,
And you know, like to so let's say Andy calls, oh, this game's over. Mm-hmm. It's up to me now to on the other
Try
side.
to bring the other team
He's
back
like, yeah,
in.
man, no, they killed the Spectre.
I should totally put you on the spot more often than be like, it's unwinnable. And then I want Lumi to try to theory
And it
grab.
sounds
They
so
come
bad
back.
because it's 20,000 gold lead.
Yeah.
There's an Aegis on Spectre. There's a Heart. There's a Vanguard and Radiance. They're like, but they got
At
a
a cer-
Enchantress, guys. Fair damage. Fair damage.
At a certain stage, you're just lying. Like you're straight up lying. But
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think that.
so-
I don't think it's actually one of them stages. Honestly, I don't think so.
No, I think it is.
I don't know.
Like 100%. Like,
So I'm not sure if you were watching some of the Dota that would happen last year, where Alliance was picking a lot of Call OPL,
Yeah, I remember.
and those games, they go a while,
Yeah.
and they go a while. Nobody does anything, but you know, as the gold graph slowly dips up, the PL eventually just win.
Yeah.
Yeah, those games are really hard to cast in the
I'd say
sense
they
that
were.
you know what's going to happen for the casters, but you have to hype it up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the PL might
it's like, oh,
lose.
they picked the support off. It's 45 minutes and you lost. Yeah.
This is looking a bit grim. Look at this shit.
Yeah, it's apparently not just Hani who's having the connectivity issue. There's
Some dude called
I think he's a caster.
Papa Sorrel.
PGL. PGL. Sounds
That-
like,
Is that not
reminds
his
me of,
organization?
sounds like Pro Golfing League or something.
Probably.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, he's in the wrong game. Like.
Yeah, they're definitely commentators though. He's on a Romanian download server. Weird.
I
It's
doubt
Trans's
Hani
fault.
is the same. Fucking trans.
Yeah. I mean, this guy is just musical reconnect disconnect like
Yeah.
over and over and over again. So Hani is apparently experiencing some issues.
Cyborg Matt said he'd help him out. What a dude.
What a dude.
Cyberman is what a dude. That
He's
guy
the-
needs shout outs.
No, he's literally like the unsung hero of Dota 2. Like he goes around the
like,
shadows.
He's the global IT guy.
Yeah, exactly.
He just goes around and is like, all right, fine, this is what you do. All right, it's fixed.
Yeah.
And then, like, he doesn't say it, but you just kind of feel dumb. Like, after he fixes something for you, you're like, I should have known that.
I could have Googled that.
Yeah.
There's some things you just shouldn't know.
I mean, he doesn't do it. Cyber Matt's awesome. But you
Oh,
just
yeah.
feel that way, you know? You feel like, man, he's, like, really good at this.
Yeah,
And
he's
I'm
not.
shit.
He's not coming to the team, be like, "Oh, I could help you if you pay me." He's just like
he
offer the
doesn't-
service for
yeah,
free.
he doesn't get paid for
There's
anything.
stories about teams not getting paid, and Cyborg Matt is like putting on his bounty hunter suit, and it's like, "I'm gonna get you your money,"
Yeah.
through legal or illegal means. Not sure about that, but yeah, Cyborg Matt just does a lot of things behind the scene.
Yeah, he's a superhero.
Yeah,
What a guy.
He's
What a plug.
what a plug.
But what a guy. So is it GG yet?
No, game is not game. Look, game's
Look,
not
man,
over.
this is going to be a reoccurring thing. You
Yeah.
made the ultimate mistake.
Nah, man.
Right? You brought it up, which means that now I have to do it.
Look, I put LD under the bus so much because I would be the like in that casting
the
pair,
negative
I would
Nancy.
be
You would be the GG'er.
yeah, I'd be like, this game's over, and LD's done it enough times, so I
LD's like the master just BSer now. He's like, oh yeah, they totally can do.
well,
No, they
obviously
can't.
Fnatic think they can still win. Otherwise, they would have called GG.
Fair.
yeah.
So
But do they have access to the golden experience?
I'm
graphs?
sure, like experienced players like themselves,
They know.
have played enough Dota
Yeah.
to have an estimate of how bad
You
it
get
is.
that looming sense of
Oh shit!
it's like that guy has like 3 times my net worth. Actually, I don't even know what the net worth looks like right now, and I can't open it because you keep hitting enter. So yeah, they're actually ballpark.
That
right?
far
They're not that
behind.
far
The
at all.
biggest difference though is the supports. Like, okay, 3 members right now on Fnatic. If you combine them, they're barely ahead of the Shadow Shaman. Okay,
Yeah, but this like one of them's clockwork, so he kind of could be like a transformer kind of Power Ranger thing. So they could combine. You know what I mean?
I don't know, dude. I feel like this is just procrastination at this point.
Maybe.
I mean, we did say that this is the most important day, so maybe that's it, right? Like they see, okay, we've played 6 games already. We haven't had like the best record.
Yeah.
We need to win these games to really secure our spots in the top 6. So I understand that aspect of it, like not wanting to just GG out because you know that, hey, this could very well indicate if we're going to the
To land or
playoffs,
not,
Yeah.
yeah.
right?
So how does the competition work? You play your games and then the top 6 go to the playoffs,
Yep.
is it? And then 4 go to the finals.
I don't know actually how it works after that because it's a new format. Well, I mean, it's kind of the old format, but
Shouldn't
there's
we
more
know?
teams. No,
Shouldn't
Bruno
we
knows
know?
everything.
No
dude.
one tells me anything. Like nothing.
Yeah, nobody
at all.
tells anyone.
We had to
anything.
Google ourselves to find out what's going on in our
Yeah,
schedule.
Unless
Like,
you specifically ask, you'll never know.
And if you do ask, you probably won't know.
Yeah. It's like I've never known. That's why usually we have Bruno for this. Bruno's not here.
He's probably getting us food.
No, we already ate.
You guys already ate.
What did you
Yeah,
get?
you were in the car this time. I even specifically asked you. I was
You're
like,
not playing
are
that
you
good.
hungry? And you're like, no, man, I had breakfast. I don't want any shit.
Yeah, no. We have cold pizza in the fridge.
Yeah, okay.
Great.
Because apparently, when you're doing a Diablo show, they have soda. You see the fridge?
Is it hooked
They
up?
have soda. They have Monster. They have cold pizza. We're doing the wrong game.
We really are.
Like we either should be doing Diablo or League of Legends. One has money. One has food.
Dude, I love food.
I think
There you go.
I go with the food as well every time.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, with money you could buy food.
He heard our calls. We put up the
cracking?
Bruno signal in the sky. It's just a picture of your almost pompadour and then a really bright colored shirt. That's
That's
the Bruno
great.
sign. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
What do you think of this game? I'm gonna like lay on the desk right now because I'm tired.
I'm not commentating the game, so I'm. Like,
Have you been watching the game?
Yeah, but what I was going to is
No,
that
he's
I'm
been
not.
playing
I don't
Diablo.
have the. I can't call the GG kind of thing. The Fnatic is pretty screwed right now.
Okay, Bruno, I want to hear your thoughts on the commentating school of rules. No calling GG.
I
Okay.
think when it gets to a certain point, you can say it's over.
Okay, so my take on this is, once the game is past the point where it's obvious that a team is going to win, what you have to do is focus on
Hold on.
what the team.
Can do.
What's obvious? Like, the guy is hitting the throne, and the throne's at down to 10 HP. Is that obvious that they're gonna lose, or,
Okay,
or are you
okay.
talking about
I
this
think
point
it's like
right now?
being down a rack.
Okay, you just reminded me of something entirely different. Like, you know you taught. So you know the thing about the surprise test, the teacher's
Yeah.
telling you that it's going to.
Pop quiz.
No, but the thing is, there's this story about a teacher that's telling the students,
Okay.
in the next 30 days, I'm going to give you a surprise test.
Okay.
And you won't be able to prepare the next day, like the day before, because you will never know which day it is. So you have to prepare throughout all the month.
Okay.
Right? So the students are really smart. And they say, well, clearly, it can't be on the last day of the month. Because if it was on the last day, by the day before, I knew, I didn't have it so far, so it has to be tomorrow so I can prepare the day before.
Okay.
So it can't be the last day. It can't be the second to last day either. Because if you go to the second to last day, you know that it can't be the last day. So it has to be the second to last day, so you'll prepare.
Okay.
And then you keep going and going and going, and you get to the first day, and you're like, okay, there can't be any surprise test because just by going backwards, it's impossible. And then the next day, the
That
teacher
sounds
comes.
like a very fallacy argument.
Well, it's just like proving how, what's the name of induction doesn't really work.
Yeah.
Right.
Is this
but
going over?
In this case, it's not about surprise test, but it's like, well, when you're hitting the throne, it's pretty much over, right?
Yeah.
But when you're hitting the throne, it's pretty much over. When you're hitting tier 4 and 4 enemies are dead, that's pretty much over.
Sure. So by induction, we're going back to here with 20,000 gold lead.
It's over.
By induction, we're going to, let me see. Okay, so we're 20,000 gold, 20,000 experience.
Yeah.
With the Aegis on
they
a
have
With
hard-
the ages.
No rack
So
down.
at this point, you can either keep the lion and say, no, well, yeah, as you said.
It's not a lie.
I mean, okay.
Don't belittle what I do here, guys. It's not a lie.
Okay. It's not a lie, but right. Okay. So you can go and assume they're most likely going to lose.
Okay.
This is what they should have done, maybe, or this is what they could have done. This is why they're losing right now. This is what the other team do right.
Commentator school right here,
And
man.
you have good 10 minutes to talk about what the other team did well. I mean, the same things that you talk after the game when you're doing post-game.
But we already
analysis.
went over all of that. We did it throughout the game.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that you have such long
Because
pause.
you have periods of downtime. No, because this is commentary school 102.
Right.
Okay, not 101.
Okay. I
So
haven't
we
taken the
know
first class.
you kind of have to go over what the teams did good or what they could have done better.
Right.
Like Fnatic at the beginning of the game, I already said it, like the draft, that they didn't pick greedy enough. Because they didn't have heroes who were going to be able to actually punish the later in the game. And the Spectre's still going to out-carry. Empire still has better initiation, and they still have better team fight.
Well, then
so
you go-
what did you pick for?
When did you go to? Then did you go to? Oh Jesus, I can't speak English. Is hard. Then you go to commentary 103.
Okay.
This is flame the players.
I like it.
It's just like I
So,
can't believe he won.
Trixie got 2 of his teammates killed under the tower.
yeah.
I already flamed him, so I've aced that course
Well, but
already.
he also had the panic cog on the
yeah,
tier
that's what
1.
I mean.
That was it, that
That's
was
where
it.
he got 2 of his teammates.
Yeah.
He almost got No Tail first blooded in the woods.
Yeah,
He
right
called
at
and
the
No Tail's
start of the
like,
game.
I'm stuck. And then he had to tango himself to freedom. So, all right, I already did that. What's next?
Okay.
I need my masters now. I'm moving on to advanced courses.
Okay, Shane, any ideas?
I
Shane
still
is still
haven't even
1-1,
gone to
man.
the school.
Shane's like still unrolling.
Yeah.
not great.
Okay, 104. You talk about how they won because this hero was so strong or so weak that it needs to be nerfed or buffed. And you just go into theory crafting about how this hero
How
would
can
be
we
better.
argue that Centaur, a hero that we hadn't seen in ages, who got nerfed before he was even seen again, needs to be changed?
It's all Dazzle. Nerf Dazzle.
No, but Dazzle, like, his change was so minute. Like, it was such a small change.
It was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Shut up, Shane. 104. Tell your co-commentators to shut up when they say something stupid.
You're a fucking idiot. Pull the James
You're a
out.
fucking idiot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. It gets to a stage where there's really only so many things you can theorize, right? There's only so many ways that you could possibly say, okay, they could have done this, they could have played this, and then it gets to be semantics, like what hero could they've picked, and then there's like dozens of other heroes that they could have picked in a situation that would have done specific things. But nobody wants to hear about that because it would go on and on and on and on.
Okay,
And then it gets monotonous.
so I have this plan B, right?
Okay.
Because I was bored there.
Typical Bruno. I did this because I was bored.
I was bored. Yeah, that's pretty much how I operate. So, in the meantime, since we went through all the schools of commentating and we're filling out a post, right? I was thinking maybe we just like test Lumi on his knowledge on music, movies,
Holy shit.
Oh, God.
and maybe sports. It's simple. It's actually like only 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. I'm going to give you 7 names.
7 names.
7 names, and you're going to tell me, actually last names, and you're going to tell me if it's someone related to
Oh, this is
movies,
multiple choice. Okay.
movies, music, or sports.
Multiple choice is like the easiest.
I know, but
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's
All right,
one
it's
one, right?
Lumi. I
I'll
got it.
honestly say if I don't know, I won't randomly guess.
Well, but okay, you say I don't know, but then you guess. Fair
Okay.
enough. Like you
so
said.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like the SATs. You get loose points for guessing.
guessing
wrong.
wrong. Yeah, exactly.
Marking, yeah.
So okay, we start with easy. Tarantino.
Movies.
Okay, good. Hetfield.
Oh, come on. This is so
Okay.
easy.
I don't know, but I would educate a guess on sports.
Wrong. Andy.
Music.
Good. What band?
Metallica.
Good.
James Hetfield.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
Messi.
kind of a...
huh?
Messi.
That's a sports.
Good. It's my homie. Beaver.
Beaver.
Yeah.
That's music.
Good.
Baby. All right. Let's not lose yours. Let's not lose yours.
Costner.
I have no clue. I have no clue.
Okay, guess.
Movies.
Good.
Lucky guess.
Yeah.
Lucky guess. Yeah.
Kevin Costner, man.
He had that like 7-hour movie.
How does
Dances
he keep
with
getting
Wolves.
work? Waterworld was awful.
I don't know.
It was the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
I loved that movie when
How
I was
can
like...
you
I
love that movie?
loved that movie when I was a kid.
It had no plot.
It was on
It's
water.
like
It was
we're
cool.
on, we're on a fucking
three
raft
hours of
made out of garbage cans.
It was
Oh yeah,
awesome.
by the way, I have gills. Like what the fuck?
It was awesome.
3 hours of
That was my one F-bomb.
Really?
Like I had to use it on Waterworld. Like I'm not going to get another opportunity like
Yeah.
that. I got to
Right.
just seize the opportunity.
How
All right,
many?
continue.
Was it 1 each?
Yeah, I tangentized there a bit. Sorry.
2 remaining.
Okay.
Vic.
What?
Super easy.
Super easy.
Like crazy easy.
Michael Vick.
That would work.
So what is that?
See, I know the name, but I don't know who it's from.
Oh my god. Are
think-
you even a person?
I think that's sports.
Good. Good.
It's a American football player.
American football player.
I didn't know who that was, so...
Who is notorious for
I don't
Throwing
know,
the ball?
shooting somebody.
No, no, that's some would say worse.
Yeah, I would actually
Some would say worse.
I don't know.
Than
What did
shooting
he do?
someone.
He had like dog fighting happening
Okay.
in his house.
Yeah, I
Super
remember that,
all over
remember
the
that.
news.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. He is playing, and the last one is actually kind of like the easiest one that you can get.
I thought Bieber was pretty easy.
Schumacher.
I don't know.
Guess.
Guess.
Well,
And
based
then
on
Shane
this,
will answer.
is driving. So sports. See, I don't know.
Or you could have said movies, and it would have worked. Because you
You could
have
have guessed either.
Michael Schumacher, which is like F1 racer,
Right.
Okay.
a guy with most titles in history. Or you could have Joel Schumacher, which is a movie director.
He was also in that movie about the Brazilian guy. I'm pretty sure Michael Schumacher was in that movie, wasn't he?
Bruno, you should have tried harder. You should have came up with one that had all 3. So
I was trying to, but I couldn't.
That's actually pretty tough.
There has to be like a singer or something, Schumacher. Anyway,
He's been in like movies and stuff.
He has there's like an like
There's
movie.
a lot of 2 out of 3s, but there's not a lot of
No,
3 out of
there's
3s.
definitely a song
The
called
sport
Schumacher.
music.
100%.
A song.
A song. It's like dance music. It's terrible.
Yeah,
really
but you
terrible.
can't have just like some weird reference, right? It
Right,
has to
no,
be
it
like
has to
a
be a
legitimate
person.
thing.
Well, it's like a thing that you'd hear in
So
clubs
how many
when
did I
was
get
younger.
correct?
I
Like
think
legitimately.
you missed
you,
two, right?
You missed 2, yeah.
You did better than
bad.
I would.
Well,
One
you
of them
got the
was a
last one.
lucky
The last
guess.
one was
Okay, so
and the
4 out
last
of
one was
7.
kind of like a hint.
4 out of 7.
You're like
Yeah.
a barely functioning human being.
What for? I would challenge a lot of people out there that cannot get 4 out of 7.
What?
No, it was pretty easy.
It was like super easy.
It was really easy.
That's like your multiplication tables to us.
I see.
Yeah. But I mean, you had
Like
more
we
than 50%.
didn't go home
Okay.
unless we'd seen Waterworld and knew who Kevin Costner was.
And hated it.
For me, that's satisfactory. 4 out of 7,
I mean, you went past 50%.
man.
You-
Holy shit.
That fucking Dancing with Wolves movie is way worse than Waterworld. By the way.
No.
Yes, it is.
That's with Wolves. It's actually legit.
I'm gonna call him Two Socks or something.
Okay, I gotta be honest. I thought the Dances with Wolves book was very good.
Yeah, I mean,
But I
it's-
thought the movie was shenanigans. Like it was just
Okay, so you watch. That's a good segue for something. I'm gonna name a few movies.
Okay.
And you told me if you watch any of these ones, or at least if you remember the title. Pocahontas,
Yes, I know that. It's
Okay.
a Disney movie.
Dance with Wolves,
No, I don't know what that is.
Avatar, not The Last Airbender, like Avatar, the guy with the blue guys.
Is it the one that has like really next level 3D CG?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Okay. The Last Samurai.
I didn't see
That's
it,
kind
but I
of
didn't
an
know
odd
of the
one.
movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
it was
is-
popular,
No.
but it wasn't.
The reason I'm actually mentioning these movies is because they're all the same movie.
They really are actually.
They're all the same
Yeah.
movie. It's
The
like
guy goes into the different
the
culture.
foreigner goes into a different culture.
Uh-huh.
The culture resists him because they're either at
And then
war
there's
or
like
they're like something different.
acceptance, and then
And there's acceptance, there's a girl or
Hugs
something, and he falls in love, and he becomes part of the tribe, and he
John
helps them
Smith.
defend against, like, his own
attackers.
people.
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Well, cool.
And yeah, so there you go. Like, if you watch one of these movies,
Seen them all.
you just watch
Whatever you
4
do,
movies.
don't watch the one with Tom Cruise because anything that he's in, I just can't take it seriously at all because
Wait.
the guy has less emotion than Keanu Reeves.
Tom Cruise.
Keanu Reeves was actually in a similar movie called 47 Ronin or
Ronin.
something.
Yeah.
It's coming
It's
out.
the same movie again.
Yeah,
Okay, so question: who's the guy in Lost in Translation? Is that
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. Yeah.
is that Tom Cruise? No,
No, that's Bill Murray.
What?
No, not even close.
I don't even know.
No. Tom
See,
Cruise
I
is
like that movie. By the
Tom
way.
Cruise is Mission Impossible.
Which one?
All of them.
He's like the main
There's
guy.
like 4 or 5 of them now, I think.
Didn't they
something like
change the guy?
They
No,
changed other
well,
guys.
Well, there was like a Mission Impossible TV show a long time ago,
that? Oh yeah, that's right. There was.
and that was not Tom Cruise. But the movies that started like in the
90s.
early 2000s or maybe late 90s. that
So
was-
the most recent one where he's really old, and he can't like fulfill his missions.
Because of his
That's-
back
That
or
was
something.
James
Yeah.
Bond.
That's James Bond. Yeah, that's not
That's
Mission Impossible.
Holy
That was Daniel
shit.
Craig, James Bond, the newest one.
God, this is so
No, it's fine. They're basically the same. Like, realistically.
Kind of.
Give it to him.
Except
Come on, lads.
Daniel Craig is like a way better James Bond than Tom
Okay,
Cruise
so
is
who's
in
the guy?
anything.
Who's the guy in that other movie?
In the
All of
There's
them.
a series. Matt Damon.
Born,
Oh,
the Born,
Born-
Le-
Born
yeah.
Born Legacy, Supremacy.
Is that
Ultimatum,
similar
blah, blah,
to Mission Impossible?
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that was
blah.
also
Except the
kind-
newest one, they had that Aaron guy in it. What the hell's his name? Aaron
wait,
something?
No, it's not.
No, that
Aaron.
was his name in the movie.
Yeah, the guy is called
hell's his name?
Reinhardt.
Ryan Reinhardt?
No.
That's not his name.
No. James.
We can just IMDb if we need
Yeah, it's fine. It's
We have the time.
it's a guy that they Hawkeye in.
to. Yeah, I know who he is, but I'm pulling a
don't
Lumi.
remember
I actually
the
can't
name.
remember his name.
Do have
I don't know.
IMDb
I haven't
in my
seen the
phone?
most
The
recent.
thing is, the movie was so bad
Just go ahead.
that I actually didn't even want to remember it. Like, okay, the whole Bourne Legacy, which is like a 3-movie series, right?
Is it worth
with Matt
watching
Damon.
or no?
It was pretty good, right? Because the
first
first
one's
movie,
good.
it sets up like an emotional attachment with the character. I'm not going to spoil anything because you haven't seen it if you're going to watch it, but it sets you up to actually
Jeremy
care about
Renner.
the character. Thank you. And what happened? But then they do another one, and
So
it's
this
a
is
new
number
guy.
2?
No, this is the 4.
Oh, okay.
Like the first 3 have Matt Damon.
So the first story is good, and I
Yeah.
should watch it.
And then the last one is like they put in a new guy, and it's like I don't give a shit what happens.
Yeah,
to this
I don't
guy.
care about you. I want
It's
Matt
like-
Damon.
I don't care what kind of struggles you have. I'm hungry. I don't even know what to make for dinner. I just turned it off.
I see.
It's too late to apologize. What's
Okay.
happening here? Want to go CSGO? Okay,
Yeah.
we're going to finish it on CSGO.
Yeah, we're still
What
paused.
was Jeremy Renner there? So yeah,
Oh, he
Weba's-
did.
Yeah, Weba's helping.
Yeah, excellent.
Some people want to maybe rematch in CSGO, see what happens there. That would be something interesting, like a tiebreaker.
I'm so bad at FPS games.
Me too.
I'm like, it's bad.
I actually, you know what? The reason I'm so bad at, or actually, the problem I have with FPS games is that I'm physically unable to strafe.
I get strafe. What's
Yeah,
strafe?
strafe is like to move
Side to side.
side to side,
Yeah.
which
Oh,
is
you
actually
mean
like pressing pressing
ASD?
A and D.
Yeah.
The problem with that is that I'm old, right? So my first FPS
pretty old.
was Wolfenstein 3D.
Oh God, you couldn't strafe in that game. You only had like turning.
And like you had Doom as well, which were
Yeah.
before the mouse was actually a thing. Like you wouldn't have a mouse in your computer because you had DOS, you didn't have Windows, so everything was with the keyboard.
Okay.
So how did you use FPS back then? You used the arrow keys. You shot with like control, maybe you used like Alt to switch weapons, or maybe space to jump, if the game allowed you to jump, which most early games didn't allow you. So
Okay.
like a ledge that would be like 2 feet tall, you couldn't go through that.
Well,
But the thing is that you play so much that the arrow keys would actually make you turn, and forward and backward would make you go forward and backward.
I see.
And I played so much. Like I was a kid, I had so much like free time. I broke my leg, or well, was not a break, but I had like a surgery on a leg, and I was 6 months without being able to do any kind of exercise. So I played a lot of video games. And then when the mouse came out, and people started stop using the arrow keys and started using WASD, I was like, oh, this is so like natural, and I rebound every single time so that A and D would like turn,
oh Jesus.
kind of like the old.
You gotta. You are
Embrace the
totally
new, man.
reinforcing that you can't teach old dogs new tricks.
Exactly.
right?
But what age were you then? Like 12?
No, like 9.
Yeah.
You adapt really quick at that age.
10. Yeah, but the thing is
You
that
were just
every
stubborn.
single time, and I was like, this was still like single player. Like I had broadband internet maybe when I was 14. Before that, it was like 56.6K modem, super slow. You can't really play online.
Man, those are dark ages, man.
I know, right?
Take us back.
Whenever someone would ring your house, you'd like scream, no, don't answer it.
Yeah.
I just remember that horrendous noise they were always It was so bad.
But at the same time,
I would
so
stay up
good.
really late, and I would have to I would lose connection every once in a while, so I'd have to redial in, and I would wake up my mom. She's like, "What the hell is that noise?" I'm like,
No, it's my mom, it's fine.
"Fine, mom. The house isn't burning down. Go back to bed." It was bad. It was
I'm
so
like that
bad.
too. Like for Dota, I use Legacy.
Yeah.
And people have been telling me just go away from Legacy.
Yeah.
It's just much easier, but I'm so used to the keys.
It's more than easier. Like sometimes,
It's way easier.
like
more
for
intuitive.
I think for Invoker, for example, it's
No, the Invoker is actually fine, I think.
Yeah, Invoker's alright.
Like sometimes when you're playing, like for me, I have difficulty finding 6 inventory keys.
what about Rubik? Like when you steal a spell, like isn't it easier to just have this?
Yeah, for Rubik, it's really messed up because X, I believe, is lift.
Yeah.
But if you steal Tornado, which is also X,
you
you're
can't.
fucked.
You have to
Like,
click.
I literally have to tap
And
to options
you
and
should be
change
able
it
to-
in mid-team fight.
You should be able to change individually what you want legacy keys for, because I could see why Invoker players want it, because you know how if you're using the new keys like the
Yeah.
QWER whatever, it's based on what you invoke when you
So
invoke it.
DNF can
Yeah,
change.
DNF.
Right. So you can actually just have say for instance super easy one like EMP Tornado. It's always going to be the same no matter which order you have them invoked.
Right.
But if you're using the new keys, then if you invoke the Tornado first and then you invoke EMP after, it's going to be bound for me. It's going to be V. But if I invoke it second, then it's going to be C. So I
Okay.
have to remember what order I invoke
Yeah.
the spells in when I use them.
But yeah, you keep using Legacy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Keep on keeping on, buddy.
Even when I played Dota 1, for the most part, I had the keys that actually changed them to QWER. There was some name for it.
Yeah, custom
Dota
keys.
keys.
Cause, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
custom keys.
Something
There's
like
like a couple different.
yeah.
Like so, I
That
think
would screw up your Warcraft 3 client so bad. At least it did for me. I had so many problems with
That's alright
that.
with
I
it.
used a third-party thing. It was called Auto Hotkey. which
That's what I
was-
used, yeah.
which was
That's
what
what-
custom keys was based on. It was essentially a thing that was outside the game that rebound your keys. So I had one of these mouses, like this cool and amazing rocket mouses. Mine was not rocket, but it's like
That plug.
yeah.
Ridiculous.
So it had this middle button and 2 buttons here. So I would rebound the Warcraft 3 so I could use items with those. It was so good.
I used to always have just the crappy old mouse, because back when I played FPS games, all these ones, they just started coming out, all the fancy ones, and they were all terrible. But now I guess
not like this Rocat.
which is amazing.
No.
It's like it has colors.
I actually really like this mouse.
The keyboard is pretty awesome, to be honest.
I like the keyboard as well.
The way-
Like
Yeah.
there-
The best cherries.
It's kind of. I'm very intimidated by the fact that
The
it
colours?
lights. No,
Yeah.
it lights the letter
That's
that
so
I write.
cool.
It's really cool, but it intimidates me.
I'm
not
like a
saying
cat.
fat,
Like I just want to keep pressing it. Look.
it's like
That no, it's like a fat finger thing, right? So like, say for instance, you're playing a game and you're like, oh, I totally hit that, and you look at your keyboard.
Oh
and you're
no,
like,
it didn't.
oh no,
I didn't
I
hit it.
completely missed that.
But you wouldn't tell anyone that though. Like, that's just your little secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely hit Q.
And if you have 5 fingers, you can also use the 3 amazing macro
Easy
keys here.
shifts.
The easy
They're called
shifts.
thumbser keys. First off,
I don't know.
second off,
What are they called?
thumbser keys. Because you hit them with your thumb.
Did
Okay.
you not see the Epi commercial?
I don't remember.
Does he call them
I
thumbs
remember
or
the
keys?
highest quality
Are you
cherry.
guys like all goldfish? You just have like 10-second memory spans for
Yeah, it's
everything.
like that. It has so many buzzwords. That commercial.
That's true. That's true.
It has a lot of
There's
buzzwords.
like easy shift and thumbser keys and.
Does he say thumbser key?
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
That's an actual thing. That's a-
Thumbser. Is it thumbser?
Excuse me.
I don't hit anything
Bless
with
you.
my thumb except for spacebar.
Right.
Not a thing.
you-
Like,
What about alt?
I use V.
Do you
I
hit
press
alt
V
with
the-
your?
oh yeah, you're right.
yeah.
Okay, so alt and spacebar.
It really
for
depends.
sure.
Yeah.
Windows key I hit with pinky, and so do I left control, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
But I don't hit anything else with my thumb.
Where are your fingers resting when you're playing Dota?
Up here.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
because I have like F keys are my control groups. So like F2's courier, F1's obviously recenter on hero, 3 and 4 for creeps, and then 1 through 6 are inventory items, and then QWER. So it's like control groups, items, skills, like just line by
Man.
line, right?
That's why I'd rather go to QWR or whatever like 4-key setup.
Yeah, because your hand's all over the keyboard if you're
Yeah,
playing Legacy.
I
You're just
have to go to like N, H, and J for like inventory.
I use G and H.
Wow, that's awful.
Yeah, that is awful.
Holy.
They're my.
That's why I'm in 2K, man. Maybe I need to rebuy my keys. Can't use my items.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I got something about the game, but I couldn't hear it very well. So maybe
Well, Hanik's
production
still not
will-
back, so that's like a thing, right?
Wait.
I don't have.
Bruno,
Okay.
considering how this is going, we might need to order food. Because I feel like we're going to be... Oh, we're going to take the cold pizza.
There's cold pizza in the fridge.
I don't eat pizza.
You
Go to
s-
starve.
Nobody cares if you eat
Yeah,
them. I mean,
sorry.
It's like tomato, right?
Right. Potatoes, okay?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
You can't eat potatoes.
I know.
Not even close.
Not even close. That's like the worst thing you can eat. But yeah, we're going to wait for Hani a couple more minutes, and if he can't come back, unfortunately, we'll have to resume because we're way behind schedule.
We
It's-
have waited a long time, yes.
Yeah, like it's what time is it now? It's
We should be
20,
playing the second
20,
match,
yeah.
I think.
So we went. We started the show 2 hours and 20 ago.
Wow.
2 hours and 20 minutes.
And
ago.
we're not even full through one game.
We're
Our,
30 minutes in.
Are we going to make the last game play like that late? Because I don't care. Like,
We hope.
I'm DTC. I'm down to
like
cast.
there's
But I'm just like,
at this point there are like really 2 alternatives. One is
reschedule one game.
we play the third game and
Okay.
reschedule the second game because the third game is supposed to be starting at 9,
Right.
10
which
minutes.
is like in 10 minutes, so we could play that. Or we can push everything backwards and play the second game
The thing is,
and then have the third game playing. That-
Steam is so right now. I don't know if the third game is going to be
Are
really
we
like
in
this.
Steam right now? Check to see if you're logged.
Yeah, I think we're in Steam.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
fine.
you're in Steam.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, we will have to wait and see. That's not up to us. It's up to the admins and everyone else. We don't call the shots here. But in the meantime, and that's like being serious for half a second. Today's
Time's up.
25. Yeah. Today is 25. Initially, when we came into the, we started with the DreamLeague, we would say that the Invoker set would be ready by the 25th, and that everything else would be before that.
Liar.
Naturally, yeah, we run into some delays. Part of like for the Invoker set in particular, we had the first version. We got a lot of feedback from the community, the things that they didn't like, particularly the face boots were too. They had face boots like boots that were kind of like face boots,
They're kind of
Right.
wellies.
but they were
though.
like very big.
Yeah.
So that was kind of really reworked. Also, someone had someone on Reddit. I wish I could remember the name so I could quote him, but he will know who he is, and then I'll quote him on Twitter. Had this idea of having the bracers and the belt, the 3 colors Quas Wax Sword, because he already has that in several other parts of the cape and the hat and everything.
Right.
So yeah, there was a lot of rework. So the concept art was finished yesterday. So now
Wait,
it's time into the modeling.
Hold on a second. Aren't Fnatic playing another game today?
Yeah.
Fnatic's playing on the next game.
Yeah.
Which means that if Honey can't get
Wait,
in, then
I see
just have
GG's
to-
being called.
Yeah, I think they realize it's like 4v5. There's no way we're going to be able to win. So anticlimactic to say the least, but I think it was a foregone conclusion anyway.
Yeah. Great camera work with us.
What a spectator. What a spectator. So clearly a bummer that we had to end it that way.
Yeah.
Like nobody wanted to see that, but I think Empire were still
Pretty ahead.
I mean, if they're forced to play without their Luna,
Oh yeah.
yeah, just
Well, No Tail's a bit of a beast to deal with micro.
yeah.
they say that
Alright.
it's just having a different player or having another player, another set of eyes,
Yeah, yeah.
calling
So
things.
I guess since we're a little bit behind schedule, we're going to figure out what the admins are going to decide and what everyone here wants to do for the next game. If Fnatic are unable to field their fifth, then maybe they'll be able to get a stand-in or something like that, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, sorry for all the delays. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be back after the break with whatever we're going to decide to do.
Yay!
Hi guys, I'm AP and I'm going to explain to you why the Cave XCD 5.1 Digital is my perfect choice for gaming Dota 2. Because of the fully immersive true 5.1 surround sound card and the 3 driver units per ear, the sound always stays the perfect same. In addition, I can pair my smartphone to my headset so I don't have to take it off when I receive a call while in-game, and that makes it perfect for long in-game sessions.